Podcast! 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 We're casting down the push. That was some hardcore bass right there, buddy.
It was slap bass too. You know what I'm saying? I was playing it up here like you're supposed to.
I like it.
That was your bass up here.
That was some straight Red Hot Chili Pepper style.
Yeah. I was thinking it more of what's that fucking movie? It's the Paul Rudd and Jason Segel movie.
Best Friends? Man's Best Friend?
Yeah, where he's trying to get somebody for his wedding. He's like, I'm slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass, man.
I was like, yeah, anyway. So, happy, was it Sunday? Happy Sunday.
Hey guys, what's up? What's going on?
How you doing? Guys? I forgot we were recording. Hey.
Yeah, I have been recording.
I was in my own world, man. It is what it is.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the reason for the season. And it's spooky. It's spooky season here.
Like my arm, it's spooky.
Damn, your arm is spooky.
Yeah, it's Halloween, so I got started my sleeve last year.
Clean.
My Halloween sleeve.
I'm all clean, but if you're watching us on YouTube, you know what's going on right now. You can see that we are showing off our tattoos, or in my case, lack thereof, to just show how much we love spooky season. And that's the reason why we're here today. Is our second in a series of WCW Halloween Havoc Watchalongs.
I'm glad my idea caught fire, and you've decided to do this.
This is awesome, dude. It's the kind of thing where I make the time for it. Screw it. It's so much fun.
I don't have time for that shit. And then after the first one, you're like, this is a good idea. I think I can make time for this. I was like, yeah.
Here's the problem. I don't have time for it, but
I know.
It's too good of an idea. I had so much fun when we did 96, and we're back around for our second of the viewer picks when it comes to the poll that we put up. We have 1992 is the reason why we're here today, and we already have our third week poll up right now, and you can go on Twitter. If you don't already follow us at bodyslam_pod. But the Twitter right now has the poll running for week 3, and I believe the options as it stands are 1998, 2000, and 1989 and 1990. So the first two and two of the last two.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Halloween Havoc series are what's available right now.
Yeah, you got 2 out of the last 4, and I got the first 2 because I picked 89 and 90. Those are the first 2, and then 2000, 99, and 98 were the last 3, yeah, because there was one in 91 or 2001. So yeah, you got we're there, yeah. We almost got the last 3, the last 2 years in there. And 99 of those we didn't vote that one. That was one last poll, right?
That was in the last poll, yeah.
Yeah.
But it might come back around because, like I said, we're doing this weekly, and we're here for the watch along in 2 of 4. Week 3's poll is up, and there's still a 4th one to be TBD or TDB if you're Michael Scott, or
TBA because we haven't announced it either. So it's whatever you want to do acronym wise.
That's true.
Whatever your old deal is, we'll do it. But I'm looking forward to this one, man. This is cool. The first of the spin the wheel, make the deals, right?
Spin that wheel, we gonna make that deal, and we got there's so many, and we'll get into it when the show starts. But there are so many awesome options on that spin the wheel, make a deal. There's so many really cool matches that are possibilities. The winner is probably the least interesting
the worst
of all
stipulation
of them.
Match of all time.
We'll announce it as it comes on, but it's pretty anticlimactic. But the match itself and the 2 competitors in that match are worth it in and of itself because it is Jake the Snake Roberts versus Sting.
Yeah, that's fun, man. I remember this as a kid, like vividly remember this match. Yeah, this whole pay-per-view and the lead up to it. So this is awesome.
I mean, we have that. We can run down the whole card.
Let's do it
quick.
Run it down.
Once again, just like last week, the dark match is something that I would have really liked to see in retrospect. It's a tag match. We have Diamond Dallas Page and a young Kevin Nash going by Vinny Vegas. And they're going up against Eric Watson, Van Hammer.
Yeah, I don't know of many people that have ever been like, man, I really wish I could have seen that Van Hammer match, but you were the first, so congratulations for taking that title.
I mean, I want to see that DDP match, and I want to see that young.
This
Kevin
is
Nash
like
match.
a young DDP in the ring, but he's still 35 or 36 at this point in his life.
Right.
But yeah, this is like early Diamond Dallas Page wrestling.
Yeah, but like you see DDP in 2020, and he looks the same. So the guy refuses to age. So what's age to DDP anyway? Am I right?
Oh God, he talked so much. They were laughing at me that day at DDP Yoga in Chicago last year. Oh. Sweating out like 35 drinks the next morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah, well, wasn't that?
I tapped out real quick.
That was like right around your birthday too, right?
No, it was Starcast and All Out last year, so it was Labor Day. We were Labor Day weekend.
Okay, I got
so
you.
I was in Chicago for that, but yeah, I got shitty drunk all night. I went to the Black Label Pro Show the night before at 12:30 at night or 11:30 at night, whatever night. It was like a late night show, and it ended until like 3 a.m. Right. I didn't get back home until like to the apartment until like 4 o'clock where I was staying. Just wasted. And DDP Yoga started at 8 or 9 a.m. So I was like, I was like, this will be a good idea. This will be a good networking idea. I'll go in there. I'll meet DDP.
Not happening.
Started sweating. I was like, I don't want to puke on your mat, homie. I'm out of here.
Talk about a networking chance, like networking potential
Dude, I had
going
the
wrong.
Spins. I was still drunk. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be terrible before it gets good. I got to get out of here.
The worst part of it is he probably remembers you too as like that guy.
Hey, I'm sure. He's like, look at young Jake the Snake over here sweating and puking on my yoga mat. Anyway.
We didn't even get onto the official match card before we already got distracted.
Yeah, I tell stories. I'm a storyteller. That might be my one for the night. No, I have a Jake Roberts story I was going to work into the main event tonight, which I will save, and it's a doozy.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll get another chance to tie a Jake Roberts story into a pay-per-view, so I might just have to get it over with tonight. We'll see.
You'll do what you gotta do. Well, the card itself starts off with a 6-man tag. We have Johnny Gunn, Shane Douglas, and your boy, the Z-Man.
I told that story already. Fuck the Z-Man. Didn't I tell that story?
Yeah. He is not a fan of the podcast, and we are not a fan of him.
Yeah, you know why he's not a fan? Because he's dead. You can't be a fan of podcasts when you're dead, my man.
I forgot out there. All right. Well, now I'm the schmuck that's forgetting he's dead. So, whoopsie.
No, I think everybody forgot he's dead.
They're going up against Arn Anderson.
I'm so mad about Z-Man. You just ruined my night. Did you see that? My tone went from being all playful and happy to being like, fuck that Z-Man.
We were both kind of pissed off before we came on the show.
I just honestly got salty and angry as shit at the Z-Man. I got Z-Man buried here in the figures behind all my. He's my least favorite of mine as a child.
I love that you have him.
I had him as a kid, and then he tried to bang my mom, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck Z-Man.
But like, you still have him.
He got pinned by everybody. Yeah. Fuck Z-Man. Anyway, next. What are we talking about?
Can you hear me, or am I on mute right now?
Oh, I can hear you. I got you. I was just busy cursing the Z-Man out for being a douchebag.
So anyway, they're going up against Arn Anderson, Beautiful Bobby.
Oh, Beautiful Bobby taught me the Alabama Jam.
Really?
Yeah, when I went to wrestling school for like 3 months. He came in as a trainer, man. That's how I met Chase and Cash.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
Bobby Eaton, Alabama Jam.
Hold on. Let me get you from telling another story before. Let me get through this match.
That's it. I'm finished.
Let me at least get through this match. All right, good, because there's one more competitor, and it's Michael P.S. Hayes.
So my Michael Hayes comes.
I don't have a P.S. Hayes story, but I do have a Doc Hendricks story, so I'm going to tell you that.
Let me get to that
minutes.
one. Yeah, let me get to that one for 20 minutes. Yeah.
But after that, it kind of is just all kinds of awesome. We have a singles match. We have Flying Brian Pillman against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, which, I mean, I'm really excited for that one.
This is heel Pillman, too. This is right when he turned bad guy.
Yeah. The next match on the card, I think, is probably the one that you and I have the most emotional investment in, because it's the WCW United States Heavyweight title match, and it's no DQ. You have this man tattooed on your leg, Big Van Vader, the champion, going up against one of my personal favorites, the first man I ever interviewed, along with the Koloff dynasty, Mr. Nikita Koloff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one, man. That's fun. I always liked Nikita as a kid. I liked heel Nikita better than babyface Nikita
Okay.
because like Russians are supposed to be bad guys back in the 80s and 90s. But this was post Cold War fallout, so he's a good guy now.
Yeah, man. Come on. Everybody love everybody. Get with the times. International love. Can't be hating on all the Russians. Like you just like you're stuck in 1980s kayfabe era. You know that
Russians
the
are
USS
evil, Japanese are evil. That's how wrestling's supposed to be, right? You're supposed to. Those are your bad guys. Remember the Kaientai shirt? It just said Japanese. It just says Japanese are evil or Japan is evil or whatever on the back of the Kaientai shirt.
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, dude, it was something like that. I want the original Kaientai shirt because it said something like that on the back. Because like that's the thing is like we're Japanese, so we're evil or something. Those lines.
That's wild. I wonder if they kept that on the market for a while, or like that's why you haven't seen it because I don't know.
I think you haven't seen anything because they're like, why? Who the fuck wants to buy a Kaientai shirt?
I mean,
Me
I would
and
like
you
it.
and like a small percentage of people, but other than that,
I don't know if I'd wear that one, but I would wear a kind.
Oh, I would wear the shit out of that one. That'd be the only one I'd wear. I wouldn't wear the politically correct version. That's all like, oh, we're gonna drop that part of the gimmick.
You know what I would love? I want to find a Gilbert shirt.
There is no such thing.
Oh, come
You
on.
make one yourself. You can make one yourself.
Dude, there's got to be a Dwayne Gill shirt.
Dude, I don't even think Dwayne Gill sells Dwayne Gill shirts. We didn't see him at Starcade or Starcast last year. He was there in full gear. He wasn't there hawking Gilbert shirts.
Maybe that's because he's so well off that he doesn't need to.
You're right. All that residual WWE Gilbert money is just still rolling in.
They brought him back. They brought him back since then.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably still resting on those laurels.
You know, the last time that they brought back Gilbert, I'm pretty sure they put over the fact that he's like a high school football coach now or something.
Mm-hmm. They talked about that. They talked about that, I think, at the panel we went to see, didn't we?
Okay.
Because they had it was like the jobbers. It was like the jobber panel, remember?
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so next.
Well, so we're at this point, the NWA and WCW are very much tied together right now.
Again, after they split.
Right. But a lot of that is tied into the storylines throughout the card, one of which being the next match. We have the NWA/WCW Unified Tag Team title match, and it is the champions, technically champions, Barry Windham and Dustin Rhodes going up against a very young, stone cold, stunning Steve Austin Williams.
Stunning Steve Austin. And my man Dr. Death, Steve Williams, which I got my Dr. Death figure over there, but I'm not going to pull it out.
Right. You know what's funny? I was giving like a long pronunciation of Stone Cold's name, not realizing that I put Steve Williams' name in there because
I remember I think I talked about this last time I attempted this podcast. Steve Williams, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Steve Austin's real name is Steve Williams. So having him wrestle with Steve Williams was always funny to me. Now you mentioned Barry Windham. So as a child, I got creative with my wrestling figures, and some of them didn't quite make it through their original state. And one of those was my Barry Windham, who is now a DDP. Apparently.
Really?
Yeah. So this used to be Barry Windham, but then I guess like child age 1993 or 4 me turned this into a DDP figure.
Actually did a pretty good job with it.
Yeah, I did. That one might make it over here as a custom job.
Yeah. All right, but
nobody else has that one. Custom DDP figure.
I'm looking forward to that. I mean, everybody in that match is going to be cool to see. A young Gold Dust, a young Dustin Rhodes, and
he had already been wrestling at this point. Dustin had already been a pro for 5 or 6 years, and so had Stone Cold.
Yeah, I know, but I think when you talk about them in most people's minds, their career has not happened yet. You know what I mean? Like nobody talks about nobody talks about stunning Steve Austin unless they're talking about the prelude to Stone Cold. Nobody talks about the natural Dustin Rhodes, unless they're talking about a prelude to Gold Dust.
Unless you're a fan of WCW like me and you weren't really a WWE fanboy like I was, that grew up on WCW, then you know these guys because this is your first exposure of them and not what you see now.
Okay, that's fair. But anyway, let's get through this.
Next.
We have the NWA World Heavyweight title match.
With special guest referee.
Harley Race, one of the people on my wall if you're watching us on YouTube. But
Harley Race, he's a good one, man. I wish I had gotten to meet him. I never did.
No. But we have the champion.
Maybe one day.
The champion, Masahiro Chono, going up against Rick Rude with Madusa in his corner.
That's going to be a solid one.
And I'm really looking forward to it.
I remember this match. This was a good one.
Yeah, this one's going to be awesome.
This was when Rick Rude was on top of the world, man. This is when WCW is showing that he left WWF for a right reason because he was not happy with just being an intercontinental mid-card talent. And he came to WCW because they were going to push him to the moon. And they did. And he was going to – I think – imagine what it would have been if he hadn't gotten hurt in Japan wrestling Sting.
So this is the one you're really looking forward to.
Yeah, I love this match. This was a good match. I remember this one as a kid, dude. This is a good one.
I'm really looking forward to the one we're about to talk about, the WCW World Heavyweight title match. And that's the champion, Ron Simmons, a young Farouk.
Because you're going to get – we just made a trade.
My boy.
This Farouk figure.
For my Stone Cold.
For that stunning Steve Austin figure.
Sorry, I shaved the hair off of his Hollywood blondes.
Yeah.
Like you said, I did some work on my action figures too. So he had the long locks on this, but I shaved them off. So he's kind of like bald now. He looks a little angry. But
for those that don't know, we worked out a figure trade, a swap of our wrestling figures, and the first one was my 1997 Jax Farouk for your something Stone Cold something.
You don't even care what you're getting. And you say, for those who don't know, as if anybody in the world would know about this besides the two of us.
Yeah. Well, my dogs know. They were in here when this was discussed, but they don't care. They're as excited as I am. Anyway, what we got next is No,
dude, we haven't even gotten through the match. You keep getting distracted. It's the champion, Ron Simmons, going up against the challenger, the Barbarian, with Cactus Jack in his corner.
This is right after Barbarian made the jump from WWF to WCW 2, and they were like, hey, Barbarian's main event talent.
And then we finally end it all with the main event that we talked about at the top of the card, but it's the main event of the evening, the spin the wheel, make a deal. We won't reveal what happens until the show, Jake the Snake Roberts versus Sting. And that brings us to where we're at right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Halloween Havoc WCW 1992. We'll give you a few more seconds to bring it up if you haven't done so already.
And go to In-Ring. You queue up your network. You go to In-Ring. Then you go to WCW, and then you go to WCW pay-per-views. Go to the year 1992, right?
And while you're doing that,
Halloween Havoc pay-per-view.
While you're doing that, we'll remind you once again to follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can find us on Twitter, which is where we're most active. You can follow the podcast, the BodySlam_pod. You can also follow the Big Kahuna, the network itself at BodySlamNet. You can also follow us individually at Dom_Malin, or you can follow Cass at CASSHOOOLE. Of course, we're also on Facebook, and we're also on Instagram if you'd like to find us there as well. And make sure that you vote for our next podcast, Watchalong, for Halloween Havoc Week 3 in our series of Watchalongs. Guys, if you haven't already brought up the podcast, then it's your fault because I've been talking for a while. So we're going to count it down now. If you have it up, make sure you cue it up so that we are all together, and we're going to count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And we are off. Oh, I love these graphics.
Gotta turn my volume down.
Go for it. Dude, I love these old school graphics.
That house is great.
Ooh, it's so dated. It's so spooky. It's so
Jake's mustache makes me happy too.
I love these spooky ghosts.
Chono
Rick
coming
Rude.
down the steps. Rick Rude coming in.
Oh man, I wish that when NXT brings this back, I hope that they do like very dated graphics like this.
Well,
Philly,
we're
I
in your
totally
spot, boy.
forgot. Oh man, we're in Philly again, dude. You know it's funny as hell. As the fireworks were going off on the TV, somebody lit a firework outside, and I have the windows open, so I heard a firework, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I muted the TV there.
I need to turn my TV down.
Look at this. A very, very young Tony Schiavone with probably one of the greatest of all time, Bruno Sammartino.
Bruno's flexing that watch, too. Look at him. He's let me put this on the camera. Let me get my watch on the camera side.
I love that this is in Philly. I love that Bruno is there on commentary. I love the fact that you guys chose to listen to us provide your commentary instead of a multi-time Hall of Famer like Bruno.
Oh, they're talking about spin the wheel now. So these are the matches. All right, so we get a Texas bull rope, a spinner's choice, Russian chain match, a dog collar match, an I quit match, a barbed wire match, a cage match, a lumberjacks with belts match, Prince of Darkness match, what the fuck, Texas death match, coal miner's glove match, or a first blood match. Many good choices on there.
Yeah, dude, a first blood match, a cage match, a Russian chain match. They all sound so good. And so
whatever the fucking Prince of Darkness match is would have been better than what we landed on, which
I know.
Do we want to tell everybody what it is? No, we're going to wait to the big reveal of the actual spin to talk about what it actually is. Here we go. We got Cactus Jack out there in his Baja jacket from 1993. We bought that at the gas. You can buy that at every gas station on the corner. Is that Ice Train? That was Ice Train making slams there at the Barbarian. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Remember when Ice Train teamed with Scott Norton?
Nope.
Fire and Ice?
Dude, you have to remember, I don't watch old school WCW. I feel like I need to go back and just stop everything I'm doing in my life to binge watch WCW so that you and I can get more in sync when we do these watch-alongs.
You see my man Brad Armstrong right there?
Oh, your family goes way back with Brad Armstrong, don't they?
Yeah, man. My dad and Brad Armstrong were like best friends in elementary school.
It's so funny that your like roots in the wrestling industry predate your actual like career.
And my dad fucking hates wrestling, so it's even funnier than that to me. Imagine if my dad had liked wrestling. You know what I mean? Like what could have been.
They couldn't keep you out of wrestling if they wanted to.
My dad grew up across the street from Bob Armstrong. Best friends with Brad Armstrong. He used to pick on Road Dogg as a kid. They used to all did, you know what I mean? Little brother, you know, your little brother's going to get BB gun shot at him. That's what you do. And then my dad hated wrestling, so he's squandered that opportunity for me.
I'm going to see if I can turn on the closed captioning without screwing anything up here.
Good luck.
Oh.
Look, how much makeup is Tony wearing? Look at that. He doesn't even look like a human being.
Yeah, I don't know if it's...
Oh, that's makeup, bro. He's
Oh, look at this. A very young Missy Hyatt.
Goddamn, she would have caught it, bro. She did catch it a bunch, too. Yeah.
So, like...
Oh, I'm not saying anything nobody doesn't know.
I had mentioned this to you before. I'm a little bit young for Missy Hyatt in her heyday, so I kind of miss when everybody was talking about how gorgeous she always was and how much of like a just how hot she was. Look at it's Jesse the Body and JR. Damn, just a stacked commentary. But anyway, talking about Missy Hyatt, I feel like I missed the boat on her, but damn, she looked pretty.
Dude, she was the business
good.
In 1993, man.
Yeah, I love that. Was that like a genie outfit she had on?
Yeah.
Jesse the Body's got a cool outfit going too with his mask until he took it off. Like
and a weird
skull mask.
Like, skull. It's like a skull mask and a weird I don't even know what cape. He's got a cape.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jim Ross is fully decked out in his best Halloween costume, which is a green pocket square. That's the best he can do. Look at this, man. Look at all these implements that can be used for the main event. We got the Russian bull or the bullwhip. We got the Russian chain. We got barbed wire. There was a barbed wire match. So many different amazing options that we can choose from. And all that has to happen is the wheel needs to just avoid probably one, maybe two spots.
Oh, yeah. But I can't believe that they even allowed that to be a stipulation.
Don't
I
worry
want to know
about
what
it.
the Prince of Darkness match is. Like, I'm sure they explained it somewhere along the way, or maybe they would have explained it once it happened because, like, you're like, oh, what's a coal miner's glove match? That sounds cool. It's not. What's a Prince of Darkness match? That kind of sounds cool. I think it's kind of like the Super Brawl 1993 as well. Next year, like shortly after this, we do the White Castle of Fear match,
Yeah.
Sting and Vader. Do you know what that match is?
I assume it's whoever eats the most White Castle in under 30
That
minutes.
would be cool, but no, it was a leather strap match. So like, why not just call it a leather strap match? But
Right. But here, look, we got the first event of the evening coming out, and dude, Michael Hayes looks completely different from the way he looks in my mind. Because again, my earliest recollection of wrestling memories live is probably like 96, 95,
dude, you
96.
missed the Freebirds then. Like the Freebirds were
Oh,
rock and roll in
yeah.
wrestling.
No, completely. I mean, I missed that whole era. Anything that I know, I watch on repeat.
Nobody came out to rock to music and entrance music and rock and roll until the Freebirds, really.
Right. And I know all that now, but I just want to just make comment to the fact because this is 1992 and this is
God,
late
there's a lot of
92.
mullet in that ring already. Holy shit. We
But,
got beautiful Bobby's got a sweet mullet.
4 years later, he looks so different in WWF at the time,
Oh my god, more
Meanwhile,
mullet's coming to the ring. Holy shit, dude.
meanwhile, Arn Anderson looks exactly the same in 1985 or 2020.
I mean, I can't remember. We looked this up. Arn Anderson's like 30 something right now, but he looks like he's in his late 40s.
Right.
Dude, look at all this mullet, dude. Shane Douglas got that bleach blonde.
Yeah.
This is right after he was a dynamic dude. This is when he was a surfer and a skateboarder for WCW, so he's still got that look.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Gunn, is that not he ended up in WWF as Salvatore Sincere, right?
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Sal Sincere. I remember that. The one memory I have of Sal Sincere is when he drop kicked Mark Miro out of the ring when he
And
was
we're not going to talk about that son of a bitch piece of shit in the orange trunks.
XYZ man.
Go fuck yourself, man. Yeah. But no, Arn Anderson out there looking like everybody's like old uncle, but he's really like my age now, if not younger than me. Shit, still, but dude, he's so bald.
I know it's kind of sad to think he's that bald,
like,
that young.
Before I had the internet, like when the internet wasn't a thing, I had no idea how old Arn Anderson was here, but I thought he was like the oldest in this match,
Right?
And he's by far not.
That's gotta suck to lose your hair like that young. I mean, maybe not for Arn because he's probably still doing pretty well.
Oh, it sucks. Trust me. I'm getting there, dude. It sucks. My shit's running away from me.
I got a buddy who is one of my best friends, and luckily for him, he's already married. He's got a great wife. But if he didn't, like, he had such an awesome head of hair, and he lost it so young. He was basically bald by the time we were out of college. Or bald.
I got one of those. I got friends like that. Man, this is right at the end of Michael Hayes' run, too.
That's what I mean. It's so wild to think that here he still looks and can move so well, but you give him another 3 or 4 years down the line, and he's in WWF where they're basically writing him off as a manager.
Yeah, he doesn't wrestle after he gets hurt, I think, sometime this year, and I think that's it.
Well, he still wrestles with the Hardy Boys in '99. They put him in a lot of 6-man tag matches when they're feuding with the Brood. Because when the Hardy Boys started, he was, but they had him in matches and pay-per-views and stuff more than once. Because that's where I'm at in the chronological watching of the Attitude Era, where I'm at.
Yeah.
And like June, July, he started out managing, but they had, as they got deeper and deeper into that feud with the Brood, they had on Raw a few times, or at least him getting involved. But there was
look at Bobby Eaton go against this little motherfucker. Sorry not to cut you off, but
we should be talking about the match in the ring.
I was just watching Bobby Eaton and that mullet just zoom around those ropes, but
we don't want to talk about what's going on right now. PSA is getting in there, baby. Show them what's up.
So Bobby Eaton, we did Body Slam was a sponsor of that beautiful Bobby Eaton tribute show last December.
Oh, cool.
I'm a big Bobby Eaton fan and supporter. We raised some money for him. It was a nice night. He wasn't even sick. We just did it just to be nice, do something nice for Bobby because he's such a nice person in the business.
That's pretty sweet.
It was great, too, because he doesn't have any social media or Twitter or anything like that or internet. So
Okay.
The whole thing was like "Don't tell Bobby" was the hashtag, and everybody was in
Oh
on it.
yeah, I remember
And
that now.
Bobby Eaton had no idea. He thought he was showing up to do an autograph signing, and we had like a cake and a pile of money for him, and just like everybody was there, and it was a big.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he cried. It was awesome.
Yeah, because how often do you hear something like that where like the fans get
Everybody does
together?
something when they're sick. You know what I mean? Like when it's too late for him to enjoy it. But this was a thing we wanted to do it while he can still enjoy it, while it's like he can appreciate what we're doing and saying, and it's not just like, you know,
And
he's sick and needs
also,
money. It's just like here.
but like, and also keep the secret. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
And
that everybody,
everybody kept it too.
right?
Because when I went to WrestleCade too, we were getting people to film stuff for us, and we were so worried that like people were going to tell him because Bobby Eaton was at WrestleCade also.
Right.
And everybody knew, but everybody was kept like kayfabed it and kept it a secret, and nobody told him. Like he went the entire like huge convention, and nobody ruined it for him.
That's beautiful because you would assume that all the
Some
people,
asshole is going to say something, you know.
you would assume that, yeah, exactly. You would assume that all of the actual wrestlers and people in the industry would be well enough to do that. But wrestling fans are the kind of people where like there would be at least one person in a crowd that big that would get off on being the person to ruin it, you know? So it's
Yeah,
awesome to
be
hear
like,
that.
can't wait to go to your tribute show, huh? You know, none of that happened.
Right.
Yeah, it was great, man. We got Enzo sent us something about him that night too. For he recorded it at WrestleCade. It was awesome, man. Bobby's awesome, dude. He's such a. He should be if he's not in the Hall of Fame. Like I don't understand why.
Look at people getting up for those tosses. I mean, that was supposed to be like an acrobatic maneuver, but I'm not trying to hate on that the era in the ring because I'm really looking forward to a lot of what's going to happen. But people like you watch Shawn Michaels just a few years from now, the way he gets up and gets so high off of those like back body drops.
This was about the start of high spotting. You know what I mean? Like that era, because you got Too Cold Scorpio coming in doing all your flippy shit. You had Muda doing the moonsaults and stuff, and now Vader's starting to do moonsaults. So now it's like starting to be like height and high drop kicks and doing stuff off the top starting to be more. This is right when that was starting to become a thing, I think.
Right. I love that logo in the background. Oh, excuse me.
This was before they didn't really do a set for this one, really, did they? Like the one we watched last time where they had all the. Oh, look who's in the front. See, hat man, there it is, right here in the front, right in the middle. It's ECW straw hat guy and Hawaiian shirt guy, right in the middle, front row. You see him?
We say straw hat and Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, the guy said every.
Yeah. He's old. He's an older guy.
Yeah, he's right there in the middle, right above his head.
He's not that old.
Pointing. That's the guy. He's the guy at every ECW show in the front row.
Really? Is he wearing the same gimmick?
Yeah. He wears like a Hawaiian shirt open in that hat. But he's at every show in that seat in Philadelphia, at every ECW arena show, every fucking ECW pay-per-view that's within driving range. He's usually there too.
You know, there's still people like that now. If you go to any show that's at
he was at every Philly WCW WWF show too, right there in that seat. Boom. That guy right there. And his buddy sitting next to him is usually there. There's usually some other guys that you would spot from the ECW crowd. Because Eastern Championship Wrestling is about to take off right there. Is still going at this point, I think.
I wonder if at that, because back then to sit in the same seat for all of those events, you probably just know somebody who works at the venue.
You just go to the venue and camp out.
Yeah, you could do that too. But to get to every single venue in the same exact chair like that, that's got to be.
Ticketmaster. It's Ticketmaster. You go to the Ticketmaster box office right when they open. Be the first one in line. Pick your seat.
That's what I mean, though. To do that continuously and get that repeatedly, like.
It's probably easier to do it back then than it is to do it now. Because you don't even get to pick your seat now. Back then, the only way they did it was phone or like box office. And usually box office opened before ticket sales. The box office opened before they would on phone. Yeah. It'd be like phone sales start at noon, but box office opens at 8 a.m. So you get like 4 hours of sales at the box office or something before you could go to buy them on the phone.
Right.
So like all you had to do is like if you're in Philly, just go to the Ticketmaster at the arena or like wherever, you know, Blockbuster Movies or whatever music store in the mall sold tickets, and you could just camp out and be right there at 8 o'clock when they open, and boom, I want this seat, front row, middle, hard cam side. And that's what that guy did. And he can't to get those at ECW. He did the same thing. Like he waited out front to buy tickets to the point of where once he was known, they just like he got to buy that seat ahead of time. You know what I mean? You're preferred, like kind of like how WWE does it now, where it's like they offer tickets to those people that are always at the front. You know, those people get to buy them. They get first chance at tickets.
Right.
Yeah. So, man, Shane Douglas, he was one of those guys that I always wondered what his career could have been if he just got along with people back in the day in the locker room, you know?
It seemed like so many different promotions were like, all right, we're going to, despite everything, throw, all the dice behind you.
Well, I mean, he didn't get along with like Ric Flair, I think. He didn't get along with Shawn Michaels, so there's like, he had people he didn't get along with in both companies. But he was good. It's totally different him here than he was in ECW too, because he still had like some wheels under him. Right. He hadn't had knee injuries yet. He hadn't blown his arm out.
I miss the Spectrum, man, where this is taking place right now.
Yeah, this is where the Sixers used to play. This is where Rocky the movie took place too, because they fought in this venue.
I went to the last sporting event there, and I went to one of the last concerts there. So the last sporting event there was minor league Philadelphia Phantoms hockey. And I went there. We were sat in the very top of the arena in the very last row with some of my buddies from high school. And stupidly, we thought that because it was the last sporting event that it was going to be the last event. And a few of us were able to pull off like the section marker, like the big section marker for section 409 all the way up top. And we got it all the way down the stadium as we were leaving the game and all the way like 10 feet from the door. And my buddy who's holding it comes up against this like very, very elderly small guy who's like separated by all these people, and he just sees the sign and doesn't even try to move, and he goes, "You can't leave with that." And my buddy, I was like, "All right, run." And he was just like, I can't, and just handed it to him. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was pretty bummed about it, but I felt better that we didn't take it after the fact until I went back later that year for one of the first actual last events. Was a 4-night series of Pearl Jam concerts that was closing down the Spectrum. Shit. Yeah, it was the final 4 nights anything was happening at Spectrum, and then it was getting demolished. I went to the first of those 4 nights, and I looked up, and the section marker, the 409 section marker, hadn't been put back there. So, like, that security guard took it and then probably just ended up staying in a room somewhere. I was like, damn, man, if you just bolted, that would have been so cool, because it was huge too. It wasn't like a small guy. It was like a real big one. But it would have been so easy to just bolt. But again, that was in my juvenile delinquency heyday.
Michael Hayes he's got that dad bod rocking right here. It looks like he got evicted from Bad Street at this point. He doesn't live in that address anymore,
I don't know, man. I feel like
a lot of alimony happened, and he can't afford his place on Bad Street anymore, and he had to move to an apartment somewhere.
It's funny though, because I feel like he's still.
Wait a minute, what just happened?
Was it like?
That was a weird, quick, like everybody pins, everybody finish. Hey, you remember when the Z-Man was in WWF?
No, I don't. But apparently there was a pin there somewhere.
There was 2 pins. I think Salvatore Sincere and Shane Douglas made the pin each on a different guy right there. Let's watch the replay.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Sal Sincere, Johnny Gunn, generic name number 2, with the Luthez press for the pin. Really? That's it? And he hooks the leg like that's the pin. Okay. Well, and Shane Douglas just threw the belly to belly and goes for the pin too, but gets kicked in the face for his effort. Did you see that?
Don't worry about it. We got Missy High.
Here we go. That's all that matters.
I mean, I guess it can only go up from here, right?
I wasn't listening to you. I was staring at her chest.
Is that Trump?
That's Harley Race, but it looks like Trump.
Harley Trump?
Harley Race is Vader's about to yell at her, I think. Oh, yeah. If I remember this correctly, Vader yells at her.
Who the hell would leave her? Oh, my goodness gracious. That's
Vader doesn't have time for rats, bro. He doesn't.
We're back with the man!
Back then,
The
it was
man
Vader
himself.
like, no pain, no pain, no pain. That was Vader back then.
Yeah,
No
but
pain.
whatever. We got Bruno San Martino on the screen. Fine Italian American, a fine product of the Philadelphia area.
That watch just be gleaming off that screen too. Look at that thing.
I mean, he's not a product of the Philadelphia area, but he's basically an honorary son, I think.
Is he not?
No, I think he was actually born in or not born, but came over and was raised in upstate New York. Let me look it up. That's
Do
worth
we have
looking up.
two? Yeah, we got two entrances. We got the heel curtain and the face curtain. It looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah, but either way, it's pretty modest. You know what I mean? It's not like a real big to do. I know what you mean. I like the one that they had, which was also in Philly, and I think it was at the Civic Center, which I'm pretty sure. No, the Civic Center was the Spectrum. So it was in the exact same venue. They could have done the Big Pumpkin. I wish they did.
They just hadn't put money into their setups and stage and their entry setups yet, basically.
Right. Oh, you know what? It wasn't upstate New York. It was Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. I knew he wasn't from Philly, but he was from not too far from Philly. He was born in Italy, but came over young and was raised in Pittsburgh. So.
Gotcha. This is what Flying Brian and Ricky Steamboat. This is Ricky right after Ricky came back too.
Pretty Ricky.
Because he showed up at a Clash of Champions wearing. Remember those big dragon masks that you could buy from Spencer's?
Yeah.
Gifts. Yeah, he came and showed him one of those and a cloak, and made the his return. I think he was Dustin Rhodes' tag team partner.
Dude, I'm so excited for this match. I'm so excited for a lot of matches on this card, but I think this one's going to be a good one.
This was a fun one. It was any Brian Pillman match is good.
1 fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Did Ricky Steamboat come in from the right-hand side? Because Pillman came from the left.
I was looking at that Bruno, where Bruno was from when he came to the ring. He was already in the ring when I noticed.
Gotcha. Oh, look at that guy in his shirt wearing the WBF shirt or tank top right there. Right there in the corner, right behind where they're at. He's wearing the guy in the tank top, the black tank top and the glasses. It's a World Bodybuilding Federation tank top.
I'll keep an eye for it. The black
right
one?
Right there in the middle. Yeah, with the glasses and the gold chain.
He's trying to get signed.
Yeah. Maybe he was one of the people that got 6 figures for that. At the same time, they're cutting wrestlers and not being able to pay their salaries because they're not making as much money. I mean, it's a different venture, but at the same time, come on, man.
Speaking of,
pay a guy 6 figures to lift weights.
That reminds me though, the placement that you just talked about. Did you notice on SmackDown this past week how they were basically placing? Well, not basically. They literally placed Charlotte and Ric Flair and Stone Cold and a lot of legends in the Thunderdome in strategic places.
Do they put them in? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, and I forget. Wasn't it you that was telling me that they got caught replaying some girl's video?
Yeah, Jessie, this chick on Twitter that we know. I met her in StarCast or whatever. Yeah, she'd been on a previous Thunderdome, but she was watching AEW and they put her in the Capitol Wrestling Center crowd, and she was like, "That's old footage of me. I'm watching." And she showed herself watching it, not wearing that, as she's on the screen and was flipping the phone back, there I am, but here I am, not doing that. So I think that's funny. God, there's more mullet, man. Brian Pillman doing that mullet.
I want one of those old school Halloween Havoc posters.
God, Randy Anderson's got the mullet, dude. You see how much mullet is flying around? There's been nothing but mullets in these matches.
You are obsessed with the mullet, man. It's no matter how often you see it, you still never get over it, as if it's not a common hairstyle of the era.
Beautiful fucking thing, man.
I'm going to be honest with you. You're probably going to see more mullet before the night's through.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Death Williams is on the card, my man.
Jake the Snake Roberts is on the card.
Yeah. Rick Rude.
Oh, yeah. Whose mullet is more fierce?
Rick Rude might have gotten rid of his by this point, but his mustache makes up for it because his mustache is strong.
Yeah.
His mustache would fuck your mother. Z-Man should have talked to his mustache and taken notes.
It is a fierce mustache.
Dude, it commands respect.
What are you making
Little
tea?
update. Fourth inning of the Braves Dodgers game 7.
Is that what the whistle was for?
No, the Braves are up now 3-2. We just did a little bit. We knocked out the pitcher, whoever was pitching for him.
You knocked him out?
Well, like they knocked him out. They took him out of the game because he's
got okay.
3 runs in the 4th inning. Oh man, Brian Pillman's. These were the trunks, man. That I always. Every time he didn't wear these, I was always confused. Like, cause like in some of the 89 and 90 matches, he would be wearing like solid colors, like when he tagged with Z-Man and shit. And I was like, just wear your Cincinnati Bengals tights because everybody knows you played football for the Bengals.
Right. I always forget that, man, that he played ball for the Bengals.
Oh, Jim Ross has probably told us 5 times right now.
Right.
Special teams captain, by the way, University of Miami of Ohio. I'm sure Jim Ross has told us that.
When, what was his position in, like obviously it was special teams, but would they have
nose tackle, like Rudy or something? I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think he was like a lineman. Let me check.
That's sweet because, like you said, he's not that tall. He's what, like 6'1"?
If even that.
You know, it's funny. I was watching today on the pregame for NFL. They were talking about Aaron Donald and just how he's like the best lineman in the league at 6'1". And
Pillman was 6 foot.
Yeah, right. And they're always looking for linemen that are like 6'8", 6'9", but then you see Donald just like destroy everybody every single week. And he's 6'1", and talking about how it's more of an advantage for him because
he can get underneath.
Exactly, it's easier to get under.
Yeah. He was defensive tackle. He was a Division I AA second team All-American his junior year and a Division I AA All-American his senior year. Went undrafted in the '84 draft. He joined his hometown Bengals as a free agent, where he won the Ed Block Courage Award.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And later he played for the Canadian Football League for the Calgary Stampeders in '86.
Yeah, see, I knew that he played in the CFL.
He played for the Bills in '85 in preseason, but he was the last player cut before the start of the season.
Weak. That sucks. Well, you know what? If he didn't get cut, he might have stayed in football. We probably never would have seen him in the NFL or in the wrestling.
So Pillman in college played, I told you, at the University of Miami of Ohio.
Right.
You know who his college roommate was?
Let me think about this. Would it be a wrestler or a football player?
Football player.
And he would have been there in the mid-'80s, right?
He was the '84 draft, so early '80s.
'84 draft. I don't know. Who?
John Harbaugh.
Really?
Yeah.
No, Nike.
Brian Pillman rooming with John Harbaugh on the college. We're going up to the top here. We're going to get a superplex from the second rope. Nope. Steamboat's blocked it.
Dude, we should try to get John Harbaugh on an interview.
I've tried to get Gary Barnidge on. You know who Gary Barnidge is?
No. Oh, nice.
Tight end, NFL tight end that played for the Panthers for a while, played for the Browns for a while.
Okay. Wait, who'd you say? What's
Gary
his name?
Gary Barnidge.
Oh, okay.
He does that. He does that podcast with D'Angelo Williams.
I mean, I remember my extent of knowing him is he was a player in Madden.
Yeah, he was good there for that year for the Browns.
Right.
He was good with the Panthers too. He played at Louisville. Him and D'Angelo Williams every year used to do a WrestleMania scavenger hunt kind of contest where like they put out like you had to take pictures of you doing something or with something, like a bunch of different things. Right. And if everybody that did it got entered into the pool, and then they picked a winner, and they bought you and flew you out to WrestleMania, and you sat with them front row.
Dude, that's awesome.
But the only requirement was that the day before they take you shopping, and you have to wear whatever the fuck they dress you up in. Fine. Yeah, but you sit front row with D'Angelo Williams and Gary Barnidge. But I used to help him push that little contest a lot, and Gary used to do our podcast. He's done interviews on podcasts before, so I sent him a message the other day, a text, and was like, "Hey, brother." He was sitting front row at one of the I think it was the January 1st Dynamite in Jacksonville. He was like front row for that. And I was there, and I was in the back, like, or not in the back, but like second level, like the 100, 200 section, you know.
Uh-huh.
I was looking at him popping up on the camera, and I texted him like, "Hey, are you front row?" He's like, "You know it, man." I'm like, "Son of a bitch, I'm up like the top, like right behind you." Yeah.
So this is spelling out. You think Pillman's going to go up? Here we go. This is what I was looking forward to with some high spot.
I feel like you're a second ahead of me or two because Steamboat just threw a punch for me.
He just did for me, too.
Steamboat cut him off, and I'll tell you, as soon as he hits, now he just hit.
I am a second ahead of you.
That's all right.
Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this.
I am on my timestamp.
Don't do anything. Don't do anything. I'm just going to pause it for a quick second. And
my timestamp is 30, 52, 53, 54.
No, I'm right where you're at.
57, 58.
Yeah. No, I'm right where you're at.
60. All right, yes, I'm 30. To check timestamps for everybody, even us, I am at 31, 06, 07, 08, 09, 10, 11. So
012, 013.
014. Yeah, so we're good.
Etc.
Man. Ricky Steamboat was such a good worker. His title run in 89 was awesome. His push towards it, and hey, look who just joined the party.
Oh, what's up, little kitty? If you're watching us on YouTube, you're getting to see Cass's little itty-bitty kitty from the Titty Committee.
My old man Tyson. He's a cool cat.
So cute.
He's about to show you the business end.
Don't do it. Don't do it. We're a family show. We're a family show.
Like to do.
Don't let him do it.
There you go.
Oh, what a terrible kitty. That's a bad kitty.
I should name him Butthole. You know why?
No. Why?
Right here. Look, right there. That's why. Because of his butthole.
Clever. Nice setup.
Yeah.
Here we go. Pillman off the rope.
Off the second rope. Oh, got him. I thought he was going to catch him, but still.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I wonder if that was the goal there.
Tyson, I got to get you out of here, buddy. All right. Backbreaker. God, that looked like that fucking hurt. That wasn't even a backbreaker. That was like a rib breaker.
I wonder if Steamboat was trying to catch him off that to set up the backbreaker.
I think so, but then he. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Sunset flip. 1, 2. Pillman with the. Then we're going to do the flip. Yep, there we go. That was a little sweet.
Oh!
Oh, Steamboat to catch him?
Yeah, Steamboat with the sneaky win. We're going to see some shenanigans, some post-match
Pillman's mad about it.
shenanigans.
Pillman's going to attack him. He better attack him.
I'd be mad too. Revenge!
Pillman better attack. Pillman's not going to attack the referee instead then. Do something. Oh, look at that sunset flip. You thought that was going to be it. That was a big move. That was a big move in the 90s, a sunset flip off the top at the beginning.
Yeah.
That was like some wrestler's finishing move. Look how sloppy that almost was. Good thing Pillman saved it for him. Did you see that?
I wonder if that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the finish.
Pillman look who's on the
Chono.
screen.
My man, playa, Teddy Long doing interviews.
Holla, holla.
Yeah.
I wonder if someone's going to go one-on-one with the Undertaker player.
You remember when he was the manager of Doom?
I did not until – which one were we watching? We might have only been watching – was it 89?
You were watching it by yourself.
Yeah. Well, I think I had it on when I was talking to you.
Yeah. But yeah, Teddy Long managed Ron Simmons and Butch Reed at Doom. But their original manager was woman.
Really?
Yeah, and Teddy Long was managing the Skyscrapers.
Because, see, I remember watching like a bunch of things where Teddy Long was with the Skyscrapers, but I don't remember ever seeing woman managing Doom.
Promise.
How long was that? Oh, no, I believe you.
Probably 6 months, like in late 89, beginning of 90, they swapped.
Okay. Like I said, any recollection I have of that early in WCW is just Flash stuff because it was either before I was born or when I was too young to really be following chronologically. So a lot of it is kind of.
I wonder who the guy is behind Masahiro Chono.
I feel like we should know who both of those are.
I think the guy on the right is Kensuke Sasaki.
The very tallest, the tall one in the center, standing up in the suit, looks so familiar. It looks like somebody who's
that's the guy. I think that's the guy that's like the president of New Japan at the time.
Okay.
Because there's Bill Watts, who's like the president of WCW or whatever. They're the guy that's like got the book or whatever. That's supposed to be running shop.
The cowboy.
Yeah.
I was watching.
That's why Eric Watts was getting a push.
You ever see the rise and fall of WCW?
Yeah, I got that DVD.
Okay. I was just watching it on the network a while back, and they were talking about Bill Watts being like the first, or like the all the wrestlers liked him at first because he came in, he was a wrestler, and then everybody ended up hating him because he was just like super hard on everybody. Like, didn't they take the mats away during the Watts era?
Yeah, they took but then they also like outlawed coming off the top rope.
Right.
And throwing people over the top. Like, it was always a disqualification, but I think they did something with that too.
Yeah. And he was like, and all the wrestlers went from like loving him to hating him, thinking that he was going to be like a boy's boy.
And the booking was terrible, and there's a lot of stuff backstage going on with Bill Watts, I think. I've listened to like Bischoff talk about it because Bischoff was here during this.
He's a big fan of the show. Big friend of the network. We should get him on soon.
We should. Let's put in a call to Conrad.
Uncle Eric.
Man, look at Tony. Speaking of Conrad and Tony and Eric, there's Tony right there. Dude, look how much makeup he's wearing, though, for real, though.
You're not wrong. But I'll tell you, dude, those spotlights don't do you any favors if you're not wearing it.
Mm-mm. But if you're wearing too much, it definitely, like, makes you look like a wax sculpture.
Those spotlights
look at the color of Tony. Look at the color of Tony's hand compared to his face.
That's what I mean. It's real hard to look good on a spotlight. If Tony wasn't wearing makeup, his whole hand would look like, or his whole face would look like his hand. It would just be gray as hell. He'd look like he's dead.
I mean, your skin is what your skin is, my man.
But when you think about it, that's how much makeup he needs. Because look at his hand.
What the fuck did they just give Bill Watts 5 minutes of mic time for? Like, how important could that conversation have been? Like,
that's why I think that the Pillman match was not supposed to end that way.
That was the finish.
Well, then why else did Cowboy get 5 minutes to talk?
Because they were talking about
there it is.
They were talking about the world title match or
weighing
the unification
in
match.
At 120 kilos, Nikita Koloff. Look at that, baby.
Oh, he's promoting world peace.
Yes, he is. And I'll tell you what, Nikita Koloff is a friend of the network, a friend of the podcast, and you can follow his new podcast that he has. It's very Christian-based. He's a born-again Christian, and it's all about him just living life with a Christian foundation. It's called the Man Up Podcast. That's available on all major platforms. You can also check our recent interview with Nikita and the Koloff dynasty. Favorite.
Where's the mustache?
He got rid of it. Does he still have the long hair? Look at this. Generic-ass Rick Rude. But
look who he's coming out with. He's coming out with Vader, though. He's got the muscle.
Anyway, I'm mad at Rick Rude because he interrupted my my put over of the Koloff dynasty.
That's all right. Nikita will ask you if you hang around with him long enough, he'll invite you to church with you the next time.
I'll go to church with Nikita. Oh, your boy, Big Van Vader, weighing in at 450 pounds from the Rocky Mountains.
No pain.
Dude, I can't wait for this match.
Oh, it's going to be a swarming.
Look at all that Philly trash.
There's a bunch of people I wouldn't want to hang out with that it just showed.
I don't blame you. I don't want to hang out with myself either.
Man, look at that guy, though, the ECW. Oh, wait, Ole's out. Why is Ole out?
Is that who that is? That's Ole Anderson?
Yeah. He's probably kicking Harley Race and Big Van Vader out, it looks like. No, he's kicking Rick Rude out because this is Big Van Vader versus Nikita Koloff, right?
Yeah.
Rick Rude's
That's why I was confused at first. I was like, hold on. Rick Rude isn't in this match.
Rick Rude's just out because he's associated with Vader at this point.
Right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot that Vader was the U.S. champ before they put the world title on him here in a couple months.
I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for this Nikita.
Because Vader's got the world title by Starrcade.
You know, Nikita almost was Ivan Drago in Rocky IV.
Did he tell you that?
Well, he was one of like 3 people that it was down to. It was down to.
Did he tell you that in the podcast?
I'm not sure if it was in the. No, yeah, it was in the podcast. We talked
Why
about
didn't
it
you
in the interview.
transcribe that for us to make a fucking article out of?
I'm pretty sure that it was. If not, then
No, that wasn't in the transcription.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll go back and redo it. How about that?
Well,
All the more reason why we should get Nikita back on.
Well, and if it was in there, double check it and just send it back to me again because I don't remember.
Sounds like somebody didn't listen to my interview of the Koloff Dynasty.
I did, but I was doing stuff at the same time.
It's fine. It's all right. I know you don't listen to my stuff. I know you're not a fan.
Yeah, I do. If I'm doing stuff during the day, it's like on whilst I'm doing shit.
Hey, look, man, it's fine.
Ooh,
I get it.
Ear hold him.
I don't need you to like me, but damn it, you will respect me as your podcast predictions champion.
Vader's got some real tiny nipples.
Here, I'm bringing on the title, man. The 390.
Say what you will, but the real goal, my man.
What's that? Where'd you get that?
I won this.
Where'd you get that? Titles R Us?
No, this is the FTW predictions title.
That's great. Hold it upside down. Where? So that's the FTW title.
The FYT title, the fuck your title title.
The F your title?
The FYT title, the fuck your title.
I wanna F you, FYT.
I wanna FYT.
It's my new belt.
Ooh, Vader just about took fucking Nikita's head off.
So wait, what are you the champion of?
I'm the champion of life, bitch. What are you the champion of?
I'm the champion of
predicting wrestling. Good for you.
Yeah.
This is the life title, baby.
I'm the champion of that thing that we've been putting on the line.
Yeah, whatever.
Do I get a chance at your life title?
Yeah, when you can figure out how to challenge for it, let me know.
You're the champ. You got to tell me. Don't you dictate how the challenge goes down? If I'm the challenger, I don't set the challenge.
In a fucking face-to-face death match, it doesn't look like there's mats on the ground now. So when you were like, hey, didn't he get rid of the mats? My eyes seem like it tells us yes.
My eyes are telling me yes. So wait, back to this title. How do I challenge for this title? I got to come down and face you and kill you?
You've got to stay on topic a lot better than I do. So good luck with that.
I feel like that's not hard, but I feel like your challenge is to basically just get me to stop asking you how to take your title off of you.
You can't take this title off me. That's the problem.
Yeah, but you can't slurk away from me because I'm coming for all the gold. You know, this is $399,000 of gold on my shoulder right now, and I put it on the line every pay-per-view. Which actually, by the way, we have Hell in a Cell coming up, and we really need to talk about who we're going to have on as our guest host for that third chair and challenger.
We can figure that out. Right now, we need to talk about how Big Van Vader is going to kick Nikita Cole's fucking ass. Wait, God damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you better keep the shoulders down. You can't keep Vader's shoulders down, son. Vader's like, no. Oh, but then Vader sells that crossbody great, though.
Yeah, this ref sucks.
It wasn't a slow count. It was Vader didn't get his shoulders down, so Nick Patrick ain't going to count.
Okay. Is that Nick Patrick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, so you need to backpedal your shit talking up a second. The man, Nick Patrick, in the ring.
Yeah, there are definitely no mats down right now. That's wild.
So when they're stealing that Paulie Dangerously gimmick, because Eastern Championship Wrestling's already doing that in Philly.
Look at this schmuck wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey in Philly.
86 in 1993. Would that be Hines Ward? Or was he 87?
Nah, I don't think. Well, Hines Ward was 86, but I don't think that would have been. I don't think he goes back that far.
I think so. Hines Ward was probably drafted in 92 or 93.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna Google that while you're watching wrestling.
Yeah, do that. Because I'm enjoying this match.
Yeah.
Oh,
Heavy
Vader with the
fool.
chair. Vader just hit Nikita with the chair, and he hit him with the legs of the chair as opposed to the way you normally see it happen. So I don't really know if that's better or worse.
Yeah, I was really wrong. So I'm gonna back that up.
Yeah, man. When was he drafted? Like 97, 98?
98.
Yeah.
I just remember watching him in college. I thought he played with Eric Zier though. Guess he did. I guess he played with Mike Bobo.
When you said Bobo, it reminded me of Bo Jackson, and I got into a great conversation with somebody in line at the bakery on Saturday when I was going out there.
Oh God, Vader put his head down when Nikita
Oh!
was doing the shoulder tackle, and he caught that one in the head.
Basically, just had a nice little moment with this older guy who was wearing a Bo Jackson jersey. I said, "Oh, nice jersey." He turned around and goes, "Thanks." I got most people these days they don't know about Bo, and he just started cracking up laughing.
Nice.
Then we got into like a 5-minute conversation about college football.
Bo knows. Oh God, damn! That Vader clothesline was always fucking serious because he kind of like popped up and jumped into you when he did it.
I think the fact that he's just so solid, and the fact that he's standing still when he hits you, he's not moving himself. It's
He kind of jumps up into you. You know, notice
right,
that?
but he like jumps into it, but then he lands solid, and I think for whatever reason that just makes it look so much more stiff than if somebody were to just keep running through it as they were delivering it.
Did he play for like the Rams?
Vader?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's a real choke slam.
Right?
Is he had two hands all the way around his fucking throat. That's the first choke slam I've ever actually seen.
Dude, he was a 3rd-round pick. I think he played for the Chargers, didn't he?
I thought it was Rams, but ooh,
he got
second rib splash. Man, Vader can move like no other big man.
No, you're right. It was the Rams. But yeah, he in the 78 draft, man. He was the 24th pick of the 3rd round, 80th overall.
Where did he play college? Colorado?
Yeah, Colorado.
Buffalo, I thought so.
He's a second-team All-American in 77. And then drafted
How
in
about
78.
me? I was watching TV, not Googling, and I was like, where do you play ball? Buffalo College or Colorado Buffaloes? I knew that shit. Pulling these out of my brain. That's something I know I know a bunch of shit like that. Like, hey, where do you play college ball? I can tell you.
Between that and Heinz Ward, the person who wasn't researching and was watching wrestling ended up being the person who was right.
Yeah. Man.
Come on, Nikita, get out of this, buddy.
No, he's getting choked out.
Nah, dude, he's got the power of Christ.
Oh, he's going to Hulk out of this, isn't he?
Of course he is.
Oh. Vader just needs to squeeze harder. That's what I would do.
Yeah, speaking of intros, what do you think of using some Christian rock as our intro with Kirk Franklin's Revolution?
I think we should not have this discussion.
All right, fine. I'll go back to the my plan to just make a guitar riff.
Yeah, if I voice my opinions on that, we might lose a good chunk of our audience. Oh, God, what was that? They're talking to each other because they're talking to their shoulders, but that was a fuck up right there, bad.
Yeah.
I think that one was Vader not knowing what Nikita was trying to do, and then just a total, like...
They're still talking, you can see. Oh.
Yeah, they're still trying to figure out what they're... Dude, this might be Vader not wanting to do what Nikita wants him to do, because that looked like that was a little bit... That suplex didn't look smooth, did it?
Nah. Huh. Nikita's doing his own version of a Hulk up right now, though.
Yeah. Well, Vader was known for being like kind of like the bully of WCW. Right. Paul Orndorff knocked him the fuck out though one time in the back.
Hogan did, you said?
Paul Orndorff knocked him the fuck out.
Paul Orndorff.
Yeah. Right at Bischoff's feet. He talked about that on 83 Weeks a couple weeks ago.
Interesting. Come on, Nikita, get in there.
He's going to try to throw that. Nikita can't get the big man off his feet.
Yeah, Nikita was another one that was a football standout too, but he had a lot
Was
of
he?
injuries. Yeah.
They're all still talking, man. I think they fucked this finish up to the point to where they don't know what they're gonna do now.
Doesn't matter because the way this happened, dude. Look at the way he just body slams him like effortlessly.
It doesn't matter. Vader's gonna power bomb the shit out of him. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Take it to the pay window, son. Pay window. Pay window.
I don't know, man.
Oh, I know. Pay window. We're about to go to it. Vader knows. Look at him. Vader's up. He's ready. He's done with this shit.
Just took him out of the ring. Get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah. Let's go, Philly. Team up. Tell him who's boss. Tell him stay down, Vader. We don't like your bossy attitude.
Little baseball update. 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th. 2 outs.
Okay.
Bases loaded. Dodgers got the bases loaded.
But you said it's what, 5-2?
3-2, but the bases are loaded in the bottom of the 4th. Braves up 3-2. Bases loaded for the Dodgers though. Max Muncy at the plate.
Nikita's
Stressful.
mad, dude. Nikita does not want this to end on a count out. I wonder if somebody's getting
look at the ECW guys all into it here. Oh fuck, he hit that pole hard. I love ECW hat guy right there, dude.
Dude, Nikita just attacked that turnbuckle.
Yeah, he ate that post fucking hard, man. Vader just waiting on him. Why did he slap hands with Nick Patrick? Was that just so maybe he was okay?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Probably what it was. So like, are you good? Can you get in here? 4. Are you good? 5. I'm good, bitch. All right, good. Just checking. 6. Hurry the fuck up. 7. Anyway. Ooh. I like WBF guy with his camera taking pictures.
Man, Nikita took a beating in this.
Well, Vader beat the shit out of everybody he worked with.
No. But I mean, just even the way that, like, you can tell Nikita does everything.
What'd I say, son? Power bomb and then pay window.
Damn.
Oh, folded him up too.
I know. So disrespectful.
Kind of dropped up on his shoulder and then fucking folded him up like a dirty towel.
Yeah. My boy Nikita, he will rise again, though.
Damn, look at the traps on him, dude. Look at those shoulders. Vader's a beast, man.
Because this is 92. I'm pretty sure Nikita had a nice little run for himself in 93 before he retired from the ring.
Oh, he didn't win a belt, did he?
I don't know if he had a belt, but he had a title run.
I know that by the end of this year, I think Starrcade 92 was Vader versus somebody for the title, right? Because Super Brawl was February 93, and Sting and Vader were for the world title at that point.
Right. But Nikita, like right in the middle of his kind of hype as a solo act, he had to leave the ring just to take care of his wife who was sick.
Oh, we got the Battle Bowl Lethal Lottery coming up, dude. That's what Starrcade 93 is, or 92 is.
Okay.
It's it's like the Lethal Lottery Battle Bowl thing. So yeah, we'll get yeah.
We could do that. I'd be down to do a watch-along for that.
We get Vader, Ron Simmons in the main event of that one, I think.
Okay. But no, with Nikita, I was saying, like, right in the midst of his hype, he had to take himself out of television and kind of remove himself from the ring. So,
is that you or Jay in the back right there with the Sting face paint on?
That's got to be Jay. I would rather be the kid next to him.
You wearing the hat?
Yeah, with the Kansas City Chiefs hat. Dude,
looking like a fucking Vanilla Ice wannabe.
I like the Chiefs back then, though. I was a big, like you said, I don't know if this was before we started recording, but you were a big Joe Montana fan, as was I. And then
Marcus Allen, Joe Montana.
But then when Steve Young took over, I was a big Steve Young fan, too. And I was always a big Jerry Rice fan throughout all of it, so.
Man, look at Dr. Death. So, look, their Halloween Havoc set is this with a couple pumpkins and some corn and some straw. That's their big setup, the interview area.
This is more like a harvest festival.
Yeah. Yeah, we have
It's
one of
more
these
like
at I had this in elementary school. They just borrowed this from the fucking local elementary school, like fall fling, and just put that in
who's
there.
that guy on the left? He looks familiar.
That's my man, Stunning Steve Austin, with
Well,
his
let me tell
beautiful
you something.
tights.
I kind of wish that I had the sound on so I could hear what he sounds like without the raspy voice.
Oh, he still has a raspy, twangy, rednecking voice, brother.
Does he?
Yeah, just because he's the Hollywood blonde, Stunning Steve Austin doesn't mean he sounds like he's from California. He's still like, yeah. I think this is right before they teamed up him and Pillman.
Okay.
Because they didn't have anything for him. Because, like, 92 was Dangerous Alliance, and that had just disbanded. That's why Rick Rude's with Vader now. And because he's the Dangerous Alliance is done.
Okay. Look at the dude. A young Dustin Rhodes looks so
That's what you're looking at?
He looks so much like, well, all right, yeah, fair enough. But he looks so much like a mix of Dusty and Cody right there. More than he looks like himself now.
Do you remember Barry Windham when he had his little WWF run there after this?
A little bit.
The Stalker?
Wasn't he? Oh, right. You had told me about this. I completely forgot that was Barry Windham, actually.
He wore, like, camouflage. And,
right.
like, camouflage painted his face, and he was the Stalker, Barry Windham.
It's so ridiculous, man.
WWF. Look at his tights for Stunning Steve, though.
Yeah. WWF has such a history of just giving, like, crappy gimmicks to people that had such a name behind themselves going into it. It's ridiculous.
Well, Vince didn't like people to get over outside of the company. And he wanted to make every star. He didn't want to, like, bring in Ric Flair, an example. Even though he brought in Ric Flair, he was no longer the Nature Boy.
Right.
Yeah, he was just Ric Flair in the beginning, like in the 90s when he did that run at Royal Rumble. Like, because Ric Flair always had Nature Boy on the back of his robes. And when he came to WWF, like, to do that run with the Royal Rumble and Mr. Perfect and all that shit, you know, it said Ric Flair on the back. So Vince made him get new robes that said Ric Flair. I heard Bruce Pritchard telling that story on something to wrestle with.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's always
like, what the hell's a Nature Boy? You're Ric Flair.
There's always exceptions, but the history of so many examples that you could bring up, it goes back so far. So the
Dr.
Unified title.
Look at Dr. Death fighting out of Nagoya, Japan.
So this is and Stunning Steve Austin is from Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria, Texas, Hollywood, by the way.
By way of Victoria, yeah. This is when he was still, I think he had just gotten divorced from Lady Blossom at this point. He didn't even wear knee pads. Look at that shit.
I know, right? How many times was Austin married?
A few. He was married to his original valet, was Lady Blossom, and they were married.
And then
she was a blonde as well, and I think she was from England. And she's the one that came up with the name Stone Cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was sitting at home or whatever, and she said, drink your tea before it gets stone cold.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was Deborah that came up with that, because I remember saying
no, it was the English
wife.
lady. It was the English lady. It was Lady Blossom at the time because she was in England.
Right. I guess that explains why I was drinking tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember him saying that in an interview when he said my wife at the time. I just assumed that his wife at the time was Deborah.
No, it was that was then. Now that I think about it, he hasn't divorced Lady Blossom yet then, because that was 96, I guess, when that happened. So 4 more years from now. Then they get divorced when Deborah McMichael shows up, I guess, in WWF.
Right.
Because then they got married. After Mongo, your boy Mongo's ex-wife, Steve Austin, slid in on that.
Oh,
man,
my God, you're right. Mongo, dude. I always forget that Mongo McMichael is
that was his wife.
Yeah, dude, yeah. I completely forget about that. Oh, my God.
That's like what wrestling's good for. It's like, hey, man, if you got a wife, don't bring her into the business because she's going to end up not your wife and married to some other wrestler soon. Like, that's just how that works.
How can you leave Mongo?
Probably pretty easily. We took half his money, I think, too.
Probably pretty easily. We need to bring back Mongo Saturdays. Wait, no. We gotta make it a different
Mongo Mondays, bitch.
Yeah, it's got to be Mongo Mondays because we have Scott Steiner Saturdays.
Mm-hmm. And Wu-Tang Wednesdays. Dude, Dr. Death. I always liked Dr. Death, but at the same time, he was another one of those guys that's just like
Why?
squandered opportunity. Like Jim Ross, I think, was just the one that was so big on him, but he could
Right.
just never get over other than Japan.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I guess it's because he didn't have to like cut a promo.
Right.
In Japan, they didn't really I mean, like, they don't understand what the fuck he's saying. Maybe that's the gimmick. I don't know.
I think the gimmick in Japan was that like he was just a real American. He was like a real badass American. He was a real football player, and all of his matches over there look super stiff. But here in America, then you're just you know what I mean. Like how many people on this roster on this card that we're watching today played NFL football? You know what I mean?
We've already talked about three. Barry Windham played football.
And we haven't even gotten through the card yet. There's more to come. Ron
Pillman,
Simmons.
Barry Windham. Yeah, Pillman, Barry Windham, also Vader. I would venture to say Kevin Nash was basketball, so never mind.
But you know what I mean?
Z-Man probably played football, that little bitch.
But my point is, he seems a lot less exotic and a lot less unique here in America on American cards than he does in Japan. So it might be easier for somebody like that to get over there.
Yeah, I mean, he works that style too, that strong, like stiff, tight, just beat the shit out of you style that doesn't translate well to American too, because Americans are soft. We are soft. We are soft people.
You know, I was gonna say that's racist, and then I forget that.
That I'm Asian?
Yeah. It's so hard to remember that you're Asian, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
I got the picture somewhere. I'm looking for. Oh, it's over there. Do you want to break it out?
Dude, your baby pictures, you look Asian as hell.
No, it's not my baby pictures. It's my family Siamese twin picture.
Oh yeah, show that off.
It's here somewhere, I think.
Man, so Dustin Rhodes kind of always had man boobs. It makes me feel better about myself.
And so, my family.
Talk about this, dude, because this is wild.
So, for those that are watching on the YouTube.
Actually, you know what? Not because I'm not interested, but since I know this story, I'm going to take this as an opportunity to fill up my iced tea. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I would do that during a Dustin Rhodes match too. But yeah, this is if you look on the YouTube, I have a picture of my great grandfather and uncle, Ang and Chang. That's really their name. They were Siamese twins, and they were connected at the hip and shared a liver, part of a liver. They were super famous. They're in like Ripley's Believe It or Not and shit. They were like part of like the traveling show, like a circus kind of show, like freak show kind of gimmick back in the early 1900s, late 1800s. So yeah, I'm allowed to make Asian remarks and jokes because I am technically Asian. You wouldn't know it by looking at me, but there we go. Anyway, back to the match at hand. We got Steve Austin and Barry Windham in the ring, and I just really like this Steve Austin. I don't really understand the tights, though. I mean, they're cool and all, but they're a little weird. Referee Randy Anderson in the ring, too. He was a staple in WCW back then. I love this guy. This whole pairing is weird. This is a weird time in WCW. They were just grouping people together like random for tag teams, kind of like how WWE does that shit now. But like Dustin Rhodes had a new tag partner every pay-per-view you fucking watch at this point, pretty much. And he's always going for the tag titles, it seems like. He'll be tagging with Shane Douglas or Ricky Steamboat probably by the next time we watch this. Yeah, and Steve Austin would be with Brian Pillman. They just randomly grouped them together. Barry Windham is about to go on his NWA World title run, actually, now that I think about it. So, yeah, they're about to split up this team. But, hey, look who's at the crowd there. I don't have to point that out. I just saw my man Bill after they were taking pictures. See him? Bill's a good guy. Bill's a friend of the show and a friend of mine. Met Bill many a time. Let him cut line in StarCast to get to the hotel. Because I'll tell that story for Dom to get back. That was a good one. Oh, shit. Barry Windham was one of those guys that just never really had, like, I don't know why he was big. I guess he just wouldn't really have the look. I don't know why. He never got over him. Let's see. What can I look at now? Dustin Rhodes put so much bleach in his hair, it's like legit white. It's not even blonde. Like, compare the two. Look at that. I think Dom got lost going to the bathroom or whatever he did. My man, look who came back.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I was talking about Dustin Rhodes' bleach blonde hair at this point and how he put so much blonde in it that it's like shiny white compared to Steve Austin's bleach blonde hair.
Oh, wow, you're right.
I was like, wow, Dustin definitely went a little heavy on the bleach because like his shit's electric white and Steve Austin's is nicely bleach blonde, but it's like fucking electric compared to the two.
I guess that runs in the family, the way Cody does it.
Yeah. It's wild.
Man,
I was talking about Barry Windham. He's about to go on his world title run shortly after this.
Oh, okay.
He wins the NWA World Heavyweight title shortly after this in the tournament, and then I think the tournament culminated at Super Brawl '93, which is the one I was at in Asheville, which is like 2 pay-per-views after this.
Mm-hmm. It's wild to see Steve Austin bumping the way he is here, because I mean that's not the Steve Austin that we know in WWF after he's had so many injuries to his knees and then to his neck.
Oh yeah, this is like he could still go real good right here, man.
It's cool to see him like get up and like I said on those back body drops. It seems so simple to fans that don't know it or really pay attention to it, but it's so hard just to do that, and to see how high some of those wrestlers get is ridiculous. So to see Stone Cold doing that this early in his career is kind of cool.
Fucking Barry Windham. I don't know. Barry Windham had a WWF run in the 80s and then came back to WCW and then just was – I don't know why. Everybody talked about how he should have been a main eventer, but like it just didn't work. In 93, it definitely didn't work.
Right.
I think who took the title off? It was Muta versus Barry Windham, I think, for the title. And then Barry Windham won, and then Ric Flair, I think, takes it from Barry Windham.
That was a nice vertical suplex there by Windham. Again, on Steve. Yeah. Steve Austin just getting up on it. The irony isn't lost on me that Steve Austin changed his name from Steve Williams to Steve Austin just to be in a tag team with a guy named Steve Williams.
It wasn't just, Steve Williams was already wrestling when Steve Austin came into wrestling. That was the reason. It was already, Dr. Death was already a big name.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. Yeah. It was Dr. Death. Steve Williams was already established before stunning Steve Austin, or Steve Austin could even wrestle, I think. Right. But I think he had talked about it too, like when he came up with that name, it was like Steve Austin was the $1 Million Man or whatever, to the $6 Million Man or whatever the fuck he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Very true.
So have you played Where's Bill After yet? I did it while you were gone.
I'm sorry, did I play what?
Have you been playing Where's Bill After or Spot Bill After?
Oh, no, I haven't.
I spotted him while you were gone.
I don't know what he looks like. You got to point him out to me again.
He looks the exact same in 1993 as he does in 2020.
I don't know what he looks like in either era, so you got to point him out to me.
He's still bald. He's got glasses. He's going to be taking pictures at the ringside, like around the ring.
Right, okay.
You'll see him. After's a good guy, friend of the show.
Yeah, I know. You were telling me, and I would love to get him on an interview because now he's recently retired. So
yeah, I think the last time I asked him, because he's done it before, but the last time I asked him, he was like, "Yeah, sure. You read my book? You have to read my book first. So if you buy Bill Apter's book and read it, he'll interview you." That's
fine. Look, whenever I do have free time to do leisure reading, one thing I love is wrestling biographies. So I think his would probably be a really good
his is really good too. It's a really good book. But yeah, no, Starcast in Vegas, Apter came running into the hotel and we were standing in line waiting, and the person in front of me was Lita, I think. Was Lita in front of me? Yeah, Lita was in front of me. And me and my guys that did the other podcast back in the years, the High Spots guys were with me. We're waiting in line to get into the room or to get me a pillow because I was sleeping on the couch.
Okay.
Actually, is what we were doing. Get me pillows and blankets into the room because I was just rooming with them. And all of a sudden, Apter comes in, and there's like 5 or 6 people behind us, and he like talks to Lita, and then like he looks at us, and he remembers me, and he talks to me for a second. Then he asks if he can cut line. I'm like, yeah, man. He goes, well, my wife it's kind of an emergency. He's like, my wife needs to use the bathroom. And I was like, yeah, that's fine, dude. He's like, you don't understand, man. It's going to be real bad if she doesn't get to go to the bathroom. I'm never going to hear the end of it because it's my fault that we're running late. I'm like, it's fine. Just get in line, buddy. Trust me. I don't want you to get yelled at, man. We're just getting blankets, buddy. Just hop in. So, yeah, like Bill Apter we saw all weekend long, he was always like, thanks, man. Thanks, buddy. Like, yeah, no problem, Bill.
Dude, that's one of the things that I love most about going to like big wrestling event weekends and posting up there is those little meetings and those little passing bys of.
Yeah, that's how you really get to know these people too. Like these people start seeing you at these. They're like, hey, and that's how I got to meet a lot of these guys. I started doing that last year. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to everyone now. I need to be a face.
Did you see that? Steve, Dr. Death just had what looked like a really stiff kick to the head on Windham before he tagged out.
Good. Probably a little receipt to that too.
But yeah, man, to your point, it's the coolest part of it. And it could be anybody too. It could be, like you said, Bill Apter, or it could be, for me, I don't know if I was talking about it on air, but JJ Dillon at WrestleMania.
Yeah, you mentioned that last time, yeah.
I mean, it's little things like that. And
or that ended up being Baltimore, like Shazza. When we sat and talked to Shazza in Baltimore when I was sitting there chatting it up and you didn't really want to jump in and interrupt. You just sat and watched it at the bar. But, it was like that when I talked to her for like 45 minutes.
I was nervous. I didn't want her to think that I was just like trying to jump in and be another dude that was just like honing in on her.
Oh, dude, you know how like we met up at the bar? Is like I started tweeting her, DMing her, being like, let's get a drink. And she's like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, oh shit.
Well, now I'm just like super excited for the next time that we can have her on. God, actually, it brings me to we'll do it we'll discuss it on air. Hopefully we can maybe get her on. We'll reach out to her, see if she's available for Hell in a Cell. Maybe she could be our third chair for that one.
Yeah, dude. We can get we got the nut shot heard around the world. He'll be on anytime we want as well.
Trevor. He's so much more than that. I feel bad just constantly referring to him at that. It's such
he had a good weekend too. I watched that match.
Yeah.
I went back and watched it because I think Zello was on Fight, so I got to watch it because it was on my Fight account.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't seen the whole match yet. You did inform me about it, though. I'm looking forward to being able to watch it after we do this, actually. But I did hear Trevor spoiled it for me himself with the win.
Yeah, he's like, wait till you see how I won. I'm like, oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. I was like, never a doubt. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I have a feeling he uses something to shoots the guy in the nuts for the win. That's just where I think he goes with this. But yeah,
it's got to be hard to keep that.
This has been a long fucking tag match,
dude. It's got to be hard to keep that gimmick going though. Like, imagine trying to work that out before a match. Like, all right, so at some point I got to shoot you in the nuts. Like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Well, it's like how like people were like, wait, I got to put that sock that was been in your crotch in my mouth.
Right.
Or like Joey Ryan, like I got to put your dick lollipop in my mouth. Like, I think I'd rather take the nuts than put a lollipop that was in Joey Ryan's dick area in my mouth.
All right. Anywho, I love the old school WCW ring from this era, and I think it's just personal to me because one Christmas when I was little, my parents got me like one of those rings. Yeah. So it was always one of the rings that I would like always play with my figures in when I was real little. But something about the blue and the yellow, man, I feel like I just always liked that about WCW.
Yeah, this was the blue, yellow, black WCW that I remember, man. This was they ran this ring that still exists. This is still the WCW Saturday Night ring. Is that middle rope black? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Always was. Every now and then they would put it white, but that was very rare.
Right. Was there a point where all three of the ropes were yellow, and the ring itself was that same blue?
No, it was always blue, black, yellow.
Okay.
Eventually, they made all the ropes black. Then eventually, they made them all red, and then eventually, they made them all blue. But they were never all yellow.
Okay, maybe that's
blue is Thunder. Blue is just for Thunder. And then
only for Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay.
They still use this
but
setup
it was
on
dark
Saturday
blue.
night.
For Thunder, it was like a dark blue, right? It was always like
Nah,
a. That was light
it was
blue.
that same blue, yeah.
Light blue and black.
It was that Duke blue, that royal blue.
I love that color combination for anything, though. Any kind of blue and black, honestly.
They did still use this for Saturday night. They just put the ring like on that little Saturday night pedestal that would spin, but it was the same apron and the same ring set up for that.
Right. You're right, though. This match is getting a lot of time. We got to be coming close to the end here, though.
We're got to be over 20 minutes for this fucking match.
Well, they had, I think, a 30-minute limit on this one.
Yeah, but we've got to be going 20 already on this one, though. This has been a long one. These old matches like this that just drag. They seem like they drag because it's a lot. There was like 5 minutes of headlocks earlier,
right?
Where Dr. Death was blowed the fuck up, and he had to headlock out.
Dustin just did like such a haphazard leap over.
That's the leapfrog he always did, where he just throws one leg over you.
Yeah.
It kind of like scoots off to the side. Like that's like his cowboy move that he did when he was the natural. I just do the cowboy scoot over you.
I don't understand why that's
natural.
It doesn't look good. It never does. It always looks like like to shoot for that though.
Dustin. His name is Dustin Rhodes. I don't know the words, so I'm just making it. I know that the one part they called him the natural. It's on his knee pads. If you didn't know, he was a natural.
Yes, I did know that. That's what they brought it back when for him in AEW. He goes by the natural.
Yeah, but they don't have that awesome song they need to. Oh, they call him the natural. Come on, sing it with me.
Where do you place his match with Cody?
Dude, that match was fucking awesome. I was at that. I was at the crowd. I was on the
double
floor.
or nothing. I was texting you during it. I was like, this might be one of my favorite matches of all time.
Vegas, double or nothing in Vegas. I was on the floor for that, bro. Like 8 rows back or something. Like no, it was 20 rows back.
That honestly might be one of my favorite matches of all time.
That match was probably his best. I would say that's probably my favorite Dustin Rhodes match of all time, easily. The storytelling was good leading into it to where I was invested in the match, and it was just, yeah, I think that was probably my favorite Dustin Rhodes match, easily.
I think it might be my favorite Cody match too.
Yeah, I liked the Cody Rey Mysterio match at WrestleMania 27 that I saw because Cody was in his hometown basically, and he got the win over Rey at the pay-per-view. That was a good one too. Okay, that was when he had the face protecting mask on because he had got his face broke and he was supposed to be ugly. And you remember that? He's like, "Don't look at my face.
Right?
It's hideous." He had the mask on and he would just headbutt people with it and get the win and shit.
Yeah.
But what is this move that Steve Austin's doing? He's just holding them up.
I have no idea what's going on there. I was trying to figure it out.
The fuck it. What? What? That was bad, Dustin.
Yeah. I don't know if that's on Dustin.
Rhodes. I'm blaming Dustin on that one.
I might have been just trying to do too much with too little there. Putting my feet up on the $4,000 desk.
Well, no, put your feet on my title that I'm coming for.
Dude, this title is never going to leave this house / studio. Peeling back the curtain. But you have fun with your what was it, FYTT?
Yeah, fuck your title. Ooh, Dr. Death kicked him in the fucking chest real hard there. I've been trying to figure out Dr. Death's boots. Like, are they on fire at the bottom and the yellow's melting, or is just the yellow's melting over the red like Scott Hall?
Good question. I don't know. But it kind of makes me want a McDonald's burger.
I can get behind that.
Here, you want me to order some McDonald's? Ship it out
to
you?
Dude, DoorDash it to me. Oh, shit, it's 10:30. Nobody's running DoorDash. I'm not running DoorDash. I'm like the only guy that runs till 10:30 when I used to do it. So, like, I'm not doing it right now because I'm doing these shows. So, obviously, I can't go get myself food.
Do you still do DoorDash?
I have been. I haven't done it much in the last 2 weeks. I've been too busy making this fucking site run smooth.
I was going to say, I'm surprised that you still even bother at this point now that you're big time.
I haven't because it's been like the only times that I've been able to get on like in rotation to drive is when I need to be doing website stuff. Right. And then like Like, I can't do it now. You know, like, fuck that. But when I'm, like, ready to do it, it's like, sorry, you're full. Schedule it for later. But
So you got to schedule it? I didn't realize that.
well, because it only allows so many drivers per area based on how busy they are. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
Because if you have too many people on and not enough orders coming in, then, like, you don't have enough orders to go around to everybody. You know what I mean? It's not worth your time to even be signed on. So if it's not super busy, then only so many people can go on. Then as the busier it gets, the more they'll allow spots for people to sign on.
Right.
So it tells you to check back for it to being later or whatever. So,
what about
which is good because, you know, I mean, but you can schedule ahead. Like if you want to work every day, you just schedule in advance. And that way it books you a slot. But for people like me that just try to pop on whenever, if they're, you know, not busy enough and there's too many people already signed on doing it, it just tells you, you know, there's not a spot for you.
I guess that makes sense. But didn't you say before that they don't have Uber Eats in your area?
I don't think we have anybody that does Uber.
Okay.
Here in my town.
See, that's what I mean. Like, why wouldn't they just, well, whatever. Let's get back to the action in the ring.
That's telling you, it's one of these matches where it's like, these guys are still going.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I answered my whole life. I wonder why Dr. Death never really got over in America. This is it. But we're just like, this Dr. Death match is still going on. How many times is he going to headlock him and hit him in the back?
It's like we tried to get him over in America, but we put him in the card in Halloween Havoc 92, and everybody said it was a flop, so we didn't even bother.
But, I mean, I was talking earlier, like, Dr. Death has the same situation here that Dustin Rhodes has in WCW this time period, where it's like, I swear to God, every other pay-per-view you turn it on, they both are in tag team matches with different tag team partners for the tag team titles.
Right.
So it's like they can't keep a partner with them. Something happens and their partner team dissolves, and then it's like, all right, restart it with a new guy.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have, like I said, Barry Windham's going to have his world title run. So Dustin Rhodes is going to be teaming with Steamboat, I think, next, or Shane Douglas, one of the two. Right, and I'm pretty sure Dr. Death gets Terry Gordy or somebody else that I was really surprised. I was like, really? They're a tag team?
But either way, it just speaks to your point. It's like it's, you know, plug and play tag teams at this point.
Very WWE album, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Steve Austin just did the Dustin Rhodes scoop slam. Ran over Randy Anderson.
Tried to hit the people's elbow.
Ran over Randy Anderson. Tried to hit the people's elbow, exactly. Poor Pee-wee. Pee-wee Anderson's in the way, my man. He had to get out of there. Oh, small package is going to be the win. No. Nope.
I was going to be really mad if that's how that win happens.
I would have been okay with it. Like, cool. Yeah, it's just, I think it's yellow melting over the red instead of fire coming up.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those, like, do you see a rabbit or do you see two dudes fucking or whatever that, like, you know what I mean? Whatever that thing is.
A Rorschach test?
Yeah, or is it like two ducks with their heads away, or is it two dudes blowing each other, or whatever the fucking thing you see?
What a weird-ass Rorschach test were you taking?
Not a Rorschach thing. You know, it's like something where it's like, if you look at one thing, it's like two duck heads in reverse, or if you look at the other one, it's like a guy and a girl fucking or something crazy like that. But I like
look up what a Rorschach.
Funny.
Look up.
I know what a Rorschach fucking test is. That's
so
what I was talking about.
How is this not a Rorschach test?
Because I'm talking about two images that it's like it's an image. You see one thing, it can either be like one thing or another. It's like you either see it's a duck or a rabbit, or it's like something else. It's like a perverted image.
Yeah, that's what I thought a Rorschach test was.
A Rorschach test is just an ink blot, where it's just like you just put ink on a paper, smear it together, and open it up, and like, what do you see?
Okay.
That's a Rorschach test.
So these are two separate things.
These are two separate things. That's what I was trying to say. It's just like it's something where it's like somebody made an image that's like, if you look at it, if you see this, then, you know, you see people share it on Facebook all the time. Like, oh, if you don't see, you know, a rabbit with an eye, then you're perverted, and everybody else sees like a naked chick. You know, it's like, and then once you see like, oh shit, I see it now, and you can't see the other thing after you see it. It's just one of those things. God, this match is still fucking going on, dude.
I was gonna say, I'm just getting more and more confused about this. The more you try to explain it to me, but I apologize for not knowing it, you know, what I was talking about.
All I know is this match is still going on, and I'm having a feeling right now that we can't go on the top rope. I haven't seen anybody go off the top rope yet. I've seen him get to the top and then go off the second.
No, you're right. That's a rule at this point. You can't go off the top rope.
I think they've implemented that no off the top rope rule. So everybody's doing their move off the second rope.
Right.
But Ricky Steamboat went off the top for his sunset flip, didn't he?
It's the kind of thing where I think if the ref's not looking, it's like using a foreign object. Like you can do it, but you just gotta be quick about it.
I think Ricky Steamboat went off the top, but he's not a cheater. So I think maybe they don't have that rule yet. I don't know. We'll have to
He's
look
not
at
the cheater. He's savvy.
No, Ricky never cheated. Ricky was one of those guys that was never a bad guy ever. He doesn't know how to be a baby or how to be anything but a baby face.
Whatever. You don't
Look
gotta
at
cheat.
this dirty shit. I'm gonna just Charlie horseshoe.
Oh.
What a shithead move. He punched him. He just thigh punched him like 8 times. Just Charlie horsed the shit out of him. Look at him trying to throw them dad elbows. Man, Cody got a little bit of that dusty voice, didn't he? Got a little bit of that lift, baby. Cody got a little bit of that lift, baby. You know what I'm saying? Got nothing wrong.
Was it you?
The garden, baby. The God. We all do Hogan at the garden, baby.
Was it you or somebody else that told me that he's like kind of sensitive about his lisp?
Who? Nothing Rose?
Cody.
I think Cody's a little sensitive about it.
But was it you who told me that?
Probably not, because but if I did, I don't remember telling you.
Okay.
I don't know for sure. I would be sensitive about my lisp. Oh,
Pee
Pee Wee Anderson's on the floor. This match is still going on. Nick Patrick's out there to make sure Pee Wee's okay. Dr. Death just takes the fucking head off Barry Windham.
Here we go. This could be it right here.
1.
There it is.
2, 3. Over with the clothesline finished. Oh, is this a...
Wait, what the hell is going on here?
Is this a 30-minute Iron Man match?
I guess
so. We're just letting everybody know. No. There's just a 30-minute time limit. Referee Pee Wee Anderson's like, no. You can't. I'm the referee, and you just kick Nick Patrick out. So that finish didn't count. Is all that happened there.
Okay.
We're just doing some crazy WCW finish here where he's like, no, I'm the official. You don't, whatever.
That was a
1,
a
2.
lot. That was a whole lot of technical stuff going on in a very short period of time.
I bet if we were listening to Tony Schiavone, he would have kept us on point with that. Or maybe Jesse Ventura would have gotten us even more off topic.
I have the closed captions going on. I have the closed captions going on, and I'm watching and listening along, and it still seemed like a lot going on.
It's JR and Jesse doing commentary, and Tony's doing interviews right now, though, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we're getting all 30 minutes of this fucking match.
And we're probably not going to get a winner, too.
No, we get a winner. Actually, we might not. This might set up the tournament instead or something.
Well, we got 40 seconds to go.
Because I don't remember either of these teams being tagged. I bet Barry and Dustin get the win. I don't remember any of these teams. I don't remember Steve Williams and Stone Cold having tag titles.
Tombstone!
He reversed it into his own tombstone. Oh, look who doesn't like an ECW guy. He is not happy with this shit. Did you see him? Guy in the front row? He was like, He gave it the
10 seconds. 1, 2. Oh. And there we go. Time remaining.
I don't think we're going to get 5 more minutes, do you? I bet we do, and I bet we get a quick finish.
Well, let's see what happens. We're down to some shenanigans.
Fuck. Sorry. Kiki Hernandez just hit a home run to tie it up. Off AJ Minner. Motherfucker. 3-3 in the 6th. Fuck.
All right, so the champs are getting their belts. And it looks like they were not going to get an overtime here unless somebody else comes out and
they must have been the champs going into this match.
Vetoes it.
They must have been the champs going into this match, I think.
Yeah, they were.
Weren't they? So, yeah, you don't lose the belt via time limit draw.
No, of course not. But you were talking about getting maybe an overtime here. And
because for some reason I thought there was no time. I didn't look at the card. For some reason I thought they were vacant. That it was a vacant title. This was to like.
But it looks like somebody might be coming out now. We got a lot of fans looking at the entrance ramp.
Oh, it's because it was a unification. Because some were NWA champs and one was WCW champ.
Oh, your boy Vader is getting interviewed now back at not ringside, but at the announcer's booth here with his U.S. title.
Look who's with him.
Little Paul E. Dangerously.
Dude, he's looking dangerous too, isn't he?
Now, how old do you think he is here?
Early 30s, mid 30s.
Now, his mullet is looking righteous.
Fucking hey, dude, yeah. Look at that. She's got that cell phone, that Zach Morris in his hand too. Sometimes he didn't have the Zach Morris. He would actually just use a cordless phone.
Right.
And I was always like, oh man, that's not even a real phone. That's just like a unit in
Oh,
fucking.
who's this?
Is it
Who
Madusa?
is this? Madusa, yeah.
Yeah, because the Dangerous Alliance already broke up, so her and Paul E are feuding.
Okay.
Because he kicked her out of the Dangerous Alliance right at the end of that. They already dissolved the Dangerous Alliance.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was like it didn't make any sense. Like the stable was so hot, and everybody's still with the company. You know,
Right.
like Steve Austin's still there, Bobby Eaton's still there, Rick Rude's still there, fucking Arn Anderson's still there, Larry Zbyszko's still there. So why'd you split them all up? You know, they just dissolved the Dangerous Alliance already, and then just.
This is a long show for a short card because we only have 2, 4, 6, 7 matches on this card, and it goes 3 hours.
Yeah, WCW gave that 30, and they give the couple something else almost 30 minutes. I think it's the Rick Mood match with Chono. If I'm not mistaken, it goes. How far does it go? I don't remember. I think it's like 20. It's at least 20 something. I have to guess if I remember as being a kid. Like I just remember it being a long one. Yeah, what are they talking about? You got your fucking thing on. What are they? What's the gist of this? What's Paul? He's making her cry. What's he saying to her? You're not even watching. I'm asking you, like, what's he saying to you? You got your closed
Woman,
captions
female
on.
should not even woman understand. I am man, man, man. You are a woman, woman, woman. Which means
that sounds legit.
You are fired, fired, fired. And because you're a woman, and I know that because you're stupid, I'll spell it out for you. Fired, 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 fired. That's what's
I
making
get
her
that.
cry.
I can see it now. Oh, he pushes her too. He punches her in the shoulder. She kicks him in the head and punches him in the face. Vader powerbombed that bitch. Vader's just gonna let it happen. Oh, Doug Dillinger's trying to stop it. He can't stop it. That's WCW head of security, Doug Dillinger.
Can't
dude,
stop,
that
stop.
Rick Rude match goes 22 minutes and 23 seconds. So yeah, that's why. I mean, everything goes long really there at the end. They have an hour for just those 2 matches, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then you got 5 other matches that get 2 hours. This is a Donnybrook right here, boy. We got a pull apart. Good security out there for the pull apart. Paulie's hot. See, this is Paulie was big in Philly though, dude. So this was like,
yeah, true.
That's why he gets a lot of time because he was still running Eastern, I think, at this point. He was already running Eastern Championship Wrestling in Philly, I think. You have to look that up.
As early as 92?
I want to say so because I know in 93 they were already up and running.
Okay.
Let's look this up. When did I'll do it.
Well, I know.
You just talk about what's happening.
I know Eastern was on for a long time before that, but I didn't know that Paulie would have had his hands in there as early as 93. But we're back
1992 to 1994.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's when it first started in his Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Oh, I thought Eastern went back further than that. But was Paul Paul there since the beginning?
It was Tri-State Wrestling Alliance that ended in Eastern Championship Wrestling from 89 to 94.
So even when it was Tri-State, it was
in 1992. Goodhart sold his share of the company to his partner Todd Gordon, who renamed it Eastern Championship Wrestling, and that's when Paul E probably got involved.
But so even when it was Tri-State before that only goes back to 1989. Yeah. I thought it went back further than that.
Oh no, here it is. In 1993, Eddie Gilbert was the lead booker and had managed to secure a television time slot on Sports Channel Philly in April 93. Okay. Gilbert had a falling out with Gordon and was replaced in September 93 by Paul Heyman. So Paul E's not there yet, but Paul E was still pretty big in this area, I think, you know.
So One of these matches is a non-sanctioned lights out match. The announcer just said. It's not the match that's coming up, but it's maybe the world heavyweight title match with.
It's the spin the wheel, make the deal match is not going to be sanctioned. That's what they're getting ready to do. The spinning to decide what the Sting's going to come out and spin the wheel.
Yeah, you're right. There's Sting.
And it's blue and white, if I remember right.
It is blue and white Sting. You're right.
I'm kind of colorblind, so I couldn't tell. But
that's actually pretty cool. You see the skull there, the light up skull.
This is coming out to spin the wheel. The wheel's going to be on this, bro.
Oh, okay. That's cool. It's coming out of the ground.
This is what you've been waiting on.
I like this.
I've been
waiting for this moment.
Oh yeah, I remember this thing.
All night.
Get him out! He's out at home. Fuck yeah. Sorry. Still 3-3.
Dude,
we just threw somebody out at home. This is taking forever for this thing to go. Maybe this is why it took the show so long, bro. Takes 5 minutes for this thing to come out for Sting to spin it.
I like this wheel. This looks cool.
It's a blade. It's a razor or a saw blade.
Did they say they're going to bring this back for NXTs?
Yeah, it's Wednesday on Halloween or the 28th.
No. I know that they're bringing it back, but I mean, are they bringing back the spin the wheel, make a deal?
Yeah,
they are. Cool.
Yeah, remember it's 2 matches. It's Johnny Gargano and is it Ciampa? No. I don't remember, dude. There's 2 matches for Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal. One of them is EO and somebody, and then
did they announce what the stipulation? Did they announce what the stipulations are going to be?
I don't think so. If they did, I don't pay attention enough to NXT.
Look at this. Oh. Did you see that? They had to have like a tech guy come out and move stuff around for it.
Yeah, and Sting, he's gonna plug it up too. He's gonna plug the lever that Sting's got to pull up to the wheel so that it works. Because they couldn't raise the wheel with the lever. It's the 93, man. Things are not as smooth as they are now, right?
I guess so.
What's Tony saying about it? Ooh, that snake is spooky. Look at it. Hiss.
This little serpentine action.
It looks scary.
So now, why does Sting spin this instead of Jake the Snake?
There's probably something that Jake threw out there in the stipulations leading up to it that Sting gets to spin because Jake doesn't. This is all like
Dude, this
Jake coming after Sting.
This is so campy. I love it.
Oh, it is good. Look at the sparks. There's a spark factory back there too. There's just sparks coming from the Halloween Havoc sign. Not even anything to do with the saw. There we go.
It's still spinning.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, dude, I told you it takes 10 minutes for this segment.
And you can tell once it started spinning, it's just like a piece of
I
cardboard.
like that the bottom of the V is where is also the pointer, you know?
Right.
So when it stops, wherever the fucking
Dude, even the way it stopped looks so forced too. It was
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what we went with. Like it obviously looks like it was set to stop on a coal miner's club.
Even Sting looks pissed off. He's like, "All the gimmicks, we got this crap." We should have turned it up so we could hear the audience reaction for that to see how much people were booing.
Oh, they don't know what it is yet. They're like, "Ooh."
Yeah, right.
Ooh, a coal miner's
We
club.
see Jake the we see Jesse the Body and Jim Ross like, what does this mean? Here you go. Well, so Jesse the Body is describing it right now, and it's basically just saying that it's a hardened glove. And I guess the gimmick is
it's on a pole match.
Well, when you're in a coal mine and you're digging and you're chopping away, I guess the gloves that you need just to be able to like punch in the little gimmicked areas, it's a hardened kind of a glove. So I guess it's the same as using like a brass knuckles. Like brass knuckles on a pole. I guess that's kind of like the gimmick that they're going for here.
Fucking terrible.
No, you know what? I like it.
Ole's out there to talk about this NWA World's title match between Chono and Rude.
Even though we're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is filled with coal mining towns, so it's very topical. It's very, very, very.
Hey, he's got a Halloween Havoc 90 shirt on. The guy sitting next to the ECW fan.
All right, so it's the president.
That's Mikey Whipwreck. Fucking Mikey Whipwreck right there holding his camera, right?
I don't know.
Because he's from Philly. He set up the ring. Look, right here. The guy holding the camera.
Yeah,
you see the bottom of his chin.
It does look like him.
That's fucking Mikey Whipwreck, dude.
That's funny. That is.
100.
It looks a lot like him.
I would bet money. Mikey Whipwreck follows the podcast.
He does.
I want you to DM him. Take a screenshot of this with your phone. Are you on your phone? Damn it.
I'll. What's the timestamp on it? Hold on. Let me see where we're at.
It's the beginning of the Chono Rude match.
We're at an hour and 39 minutes. So I'll go back to an hour 39 minutes. I'll screenshot it and I'll ask.
I just remember it's at the beginning of the Rude and Chono match.
That's pretty funny.
I would bet money, and if I'm wrong, then you can come fight my. If I'm wrong, then you get a chance for the title.
I don't want your cheap ass title. I don't need it.
I told you it was Kensuke Sasaki.
I don't need your cheap ass title, man. I have the real $400,000 title that actually means something. There's prestige and there's monetary value behind this guy. Here it is, Harley Race.
Harley Race is a heel manager, but he gets to come in and be the good guy.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get some Rick Rude.
He's gonna be the unbiased referee when he's the biggest heel manager in the company at this point.
We got some Rick Rude and some Madusa for some Masahiro Chono.
Is Madusa with Rick Rude?
Yeah, I believe so. On the
she
card,
just came out and fought Heyman. That's weird.
I like going to cage matches or cagematch.net when I'm looking up the non.
Yeah, there she is.
The non results card. When
Madusa was smoking back then too, bro.
Yeah, dude. When I'm about to watch a pay-per-view, and look, she knows it too. She's like, "Don't touch me." When I'm about to watch a pay-per-view, I don't want to know the results beforehand, but I want to know what the card is. I'll look it up on cagematch.net because they have that for pretty much all of these pay-per-views, which is cool.
Yeah. You do card and not results. They have a click for both. Yeah.
Right. Rick Rude on the mic. Always a pleasure.
I don't want to hear
music. I don't want to hear him hate on Philly.
What I'd like to have right now, he's about to tell us.
For all of these gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful Philadelphia people.
Fat,
inner
out
city
of shape. I don't know what he's saying now.
He's saying inner city sweat hogs.
That sounds about right.
And then he goes, "Keep your mouth shut while I'll take my robe off and give you a good look at your next NWA champion." Because that's the belt that's on the line here. We're at the NWA World Heavyweight title match.
Yep. And I think Rick Rude wins if I remember correctly.
His tights look kind of amateurish here.
He always had them airbrushed.
I was going to say, he always has custom airbrush tights, but here it looks like the artist was a little bit more amateurish than ones you see later on from him.
I think he just didn't have anything to really make fun of Chono about because he's just a Japanese,
Right.
Usually he's got Ultimate Warrior's wife or, whatever he would have on there,
That big gold belt. So
You can tell it's the real one too because it's dented. It's warped at the top and dented. See that?
Nah, I missed that. But
that's the original one. So when the Bash of the Beach happens in 90 or in 2000,
okay.
And Hogan lays down.
Right.
Or Jeff Jarrett lays down and lays down and Hogan leaves with the belt and he's all pissed off and they bring out the original one. They bring out this one and you can tell it's because it's the one that's bent at the top.
Okay.
And that's the original one that they had. They had a new one that would look the same and that was the one that Hogan was running around with. But the original one is this one that that's the one that came back out in 2000.
Huh.
So yeah, you can always tell which belt if you watch when they come out. If it's got the dent, it's the real one. If it's not, it's the stage belt.
That's funny.
The one they use just the prop belt. You know what I mean? The replica they buy that's cheap.
It's so wild that you know that stuff. And you know what's funny? I always thought that big gold belt was always the WCW belt. I didn't know that was the NWA belt at some point.
It was the NWA title when WCW was still part of NWA. It was their belt. You know what I mean? Right. WCW's NWA title.
Right.
But when NWA split away, NWA actually went back to the one that they've got now. But when they got repartnered back up with WCW, they started using this belt again.
Interesting.
because WCW was using their own title.
Because that's what I mean. What now we have a WCW and an NWA title match, individual title matches on the line tonight, and I assumed going into it that the WCW title was going to be that one, not the
No, the
NWA
WCW
one.
title is the one that Sega's Ron Simmons and Vader never held that belt.
Interesting.
They held the WCW title. That was the one that was like, you'll see it. It's circular and it's got the world. It's got the globe on it. And
I was going to
say Sting had that belt too. Sting held that title.
It kind of sort of looks like the WWF Winged Eagle belt.
Yeah, it was their version of that without the wings. But yeah, like, because they split away again, like earlier a couple years ago, whenever they left, and NWA was doing a different belt, and WCW was still using that one, but they wanted to establish that WCW was, I don't exactly know why they did it. It was weird, but that's the belt right there, man. That's the one. It's got a brown strap too. Did you notice that?
Uh-huh.
That's fucking sick.
I lied. I didn't notice that. I don't know why I said uh-huh.
They had a brown strap, not the black. Rick Rude with the Navy sailor tattoo on his arm, the anchor. Man. Dude, Rick Rude I was a big Rick Rude fan. And I don't know what you're talking about with those tights. Those tights are professional as fuck, homie.
Maybe I was looking from farther away.
There's all types of shit going on there. The back is hella busy.
I didn't really get a close-up look. It was kind of it was the hard cam when he took his robe off when I first saw it, and I was like,
There's a lot of shit going on those tights.
Yeah, you're right. Along the side, it says Halloween Havoc on it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on in the back. There's like a graveyard scene or something, I think.
Right.
But you still haven't spotted Bill Apter, have you?
No, yeah, you're right. I haven't seen him yet.
You'll find it. I'll show you.
You can tell they're talking to each other now.
Yeah, we've seen Mikey Whipwreck, though. I don't know what I think with him without the mustache. It doesn't look right. See that guy at the very bottom taking pictures right there, the bottom left of the screen?
That's him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Madusa with those gloves, though. Elbow length.
Madusa with that anything, am I right?
This is before she got her implants, though. Remember when she comes back later at the end of like late 90s in WCW and she's all like, whoa.
Not that much. I vaguely remember her being back, but
if 98 wins or 99 or whatever year it is, you'll see it. Or 2000, whatever year you voted for it. 2000 Halloween Havoc, she is like very enhanced.
Ooh, I'll never tell. I really don't care which one it is. I kind of hope that it's either 98 or 2000, but I'm going to be pretty happy either way because I love watching these older ones that are this early 90s WCW too.
Masahiro Chono was about as big time as you could get in Japan at this point in 1990, 1992 or whatever. Yeah. He was like the biggest because this is when they're all working with New Japan and shit too. So they put the belt on him because he was like the biggest New Japan. He was a top star of New Japan. So you put your title on them because they're doing that back and forth at the time. I think it even done that. Didn't they do that show in North Korea in 92 or is that 93?
Oh, I don't know.
WCW did that showdown in Seoul or whatever it was.
I'm about to look that up.
They did a show in North Korea where it didn't cost WCW anything. They got to pretty much just do it and only had to spend like minimal money because
they probably just paid for it themselves.
Yeah.
April 28th, Collision in Korea.
Collision in Korea, that's what it was. I remember that. What year was it? 93?
95.
95, okay.
And Pyongyang. I never knew about this. Wow, dude, I gotta look into this more. This is insane. I never knew this happened.
Mm-hmm. Bischoff has talked about it on his podcast before, but I remember it when I was a kid.
Damn. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go on. Yeah, dude, I'm interested in that. I want to go on Bishop's podcast and listen to that episode. Which
Wasn't
episode
and
was it?
wasn't Antonio or Tatsuya
Noki?
Fujinami or Antonio Inoki on that card? You just looked up the
Uh,
card, didn't you?
nah, just Google. Well, here I can look up the card. Hold on one second.
I think Sting got Muda, didn't he? As always.
Yeah, Noki and Flair, and the Steiners were on it. Road Warrior Hulk was on it. Because I think that was at the
it was
time where
Power Warriors or it was or whatever it was or Hellraisers. It was Kensuke Sasaki and Road Warrior Hawk, right?
Well, no, he Hulk on this card. Hulk was in a singles match, but yeah, he was like the new.
With that guy right there on the screen, the guy that's the referee on the outside, the guy that was with Chono. When I was like, "Hey, that's Kensuke Sasaki. That's who's his partner, Hawk's partner when he left and broke up and went." There's after seeing him in the back, leaning, taking pics.
Yeah, but what's it called? Yeah, that's I always hated when that, like, looking back on that, how Road Warriors broke up at that time, and then he just went to Japan and did his own thing.
Did you watch the dark side about it?
Yeah, and Animal was talking about, like, dude, what the hell are you doing, man? He kind of basically just like went off.
Animal, man. Remember when Animal tried to sue me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to consult you, didn't I, for legal counsel on that?
I mean, there wasn't a whole lot there to it, but
yeah. They still ask me about it, and I just no-sell the messages. Like, can you remove the article? I'm like,
wait, who's still asking you about that?
his daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I guess she doesn't like her boyfriend. Got called out for those messages.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, yeah, that's what it was for. I forgot. Nah, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I just ignore it. I just no-sell it.
I try to take my emotion out of it when you ask me those questions and be like, it's not would I post it, it's do you have a right to post it? You know?
Yeah. That's how I have to do it too.
Yeah, no, that's true. You definitely got to
It really sucks when it's a friend of mine and something happens, and I had to do that over that speaking out shit a couple times, so that really sucks. So,
right.
Yeah. So I don't feel that bad doing it sometimes because, like, I've had to do it to my friends, so it sucks when it happens. But you know what? Just be smarter.
I was gonna say it's
don't fuck up.
Well, it's your job, and no job very rarely is a job completely fun with no downside to it, and that's part of the downside of the job of journalism is it's not always fun to post stuff that you need
if
to post.
You're my thoughts on it is if you're any type of celebrity, you gotta use your fucking head. Like I don't consider myself this, but just being the person that does the website and like a journalist, I'm a mild celebrity, so I don't send dick pics because I don't want that shit winding up on web. Like, I have a fucking thread on Wrestling Observer's fan forum pay where people just shit talk me. Do you know that?
Wait, what?
Yeah. So if you're on part of Figure Four's like pay service, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
They're like pay forums. There's like a whole thread dedicated to shit talking pretty much every journalist that's not Dave Meltzer because it's all Meltzer fanboys. There's like a whole thread shit talking me, and people pull pictures out of like from all over the place of me, and I'm like, how'd they get that? You know what I mean? Like shit from like 15 years ago that I don't even think I have that picture, and I'm like, where the fuck did they find this?
Dude, that's so weird.
Just talking shit like. Picture of me with long hair and my puppy from like that's like 9 years old now when he was like a little guy, and I'm like,
that's
and I get screen caps of it all the time.
Yeah, man, that's really weird. I didn't.
Yeah.
Some people got way too much time on
Facebook. Wrestling, fanboys of that site are fucking ridiculous.
Sounds like it.
And they always are like talking shit about us, but for reporting stuff, like for reporting Meltzer's news, like they're mad about that, but yet Meltzer steals my shit all the fucking time and doesn't credit me, and they don't acknowledge that at all.
Right.
So,
whatever, man. Wrestling fans suck.
They all do. You guys are a fickle crowd, man. We forgot they're listening to us when we said they suck, but they're a fickle bunch.
You ever listen to Dave Chappelle's most recent stand-up when he's just shitting on like fans these days and how they just love to see people fall?
It's true, man. Dude, this Boston crab looks deep. Like, fuck. That looks like it hurts. Like, look how
So
low
deep.
he's sitting.
So deep.
But seriously, though, like, how much better does that look than, like, 90% of the Boston crabs you see people throw on? Rick Rude with that trimmed up hair and no mustache, not looking like the guy that's going to come in late at night and bang your mom and show you, like, just, like, wave at you on the way out the door in the morning. This looks like the guy that's going to be making you dinner at night.
Yeah, man, he really does look different with like we get no mullet and no mustache. That seems like it's just like, come on, dude. You gotta give us at least one.
Is he the face because he's working a Japanese guy, so that's why he has no mustache? Because he's the baby face? But he talks shit to Philly, so no, he's a heel.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think there's any...
I mean, that doesn't make you a heel talking shit to people from Philly. That just makes you like a human. An American. And I can say that because you're from Philly.
You're just mad that I'm the champ and you're just a schmuck with a website with dozens of thousands of views a day and a fake ass title.
It's real title.
I'm half asleep at this point. I'm just like on autopilot when I'm talking.
Wait till you get to this coal miner's glove match. It's really going to wake you up, my man.
Is it?
No. This is a 22-minute match, too. So this is a long one. This is a 22-minute and 23-second match. So we're probably only 8 minutes to 10 minutes into this match. So I'd say we're at the halfway point.
I'll tell you what. I'm taking a bathroom break.
I haven't taken one yet.
I know.
I'm mansgaming straight through this shit.
I know. I got a little baby bladder. But
why don't you just look? Here's what you need to do. We can't see you from chest anyway. Just pee in a bottle and set it off camera while you're talking.
That's not going to happen.
Road trip this thing. I get you. I see what you're doing. That's code. I got you. You got to go pee. Yeah, I'm gonna go pee as well here in a second. Hurry back I can.
Now I'm not gonna pee. I'm gonna hold it because if I go now, you're gonna make it sound like I'm like going to do something bad. So
no, I'm just shit talking.
I'm gonna hold it just to be a dick, just to make you feel bad.
Can I go pee though, for real? Because I was just shit talking because I have to pee so bad because I'm drinking like my drink, a whole drink here. You're on 2 drinks. You've drank your 2 cups of tea during this.
I was gonna say I've been drinking iced tea all day. That's why I'm getting up.
I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna pee. I'll be right back.
All right. Sorry, I'll talk. I was texting somebody back, but yeah. So we are doing the damn thing right now. Cass is leaving to just go be a schmuck on wheels, and this match has been boring. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. There's not been much to it so far. We're more than a few minutes in, and we're at a slow, steady rest hold, and it's not helping the fact that I'm trying to stay awake right now. But hey, we got 2 matches to go after this, and hopefully this match picks up in a minute. I would have thought Rick Rude and Chono would have been doing a lot more fast-paced stuff. Not been the case so far in this match, but we'll see. I don't really know what to talk about right now, and as far as this match goes, so I'm just going to talk about what we have going on coming up. And I know we've plugged it a little bit so far on the show, but we have next week's Halloween Havoc Watchalong poll already up for you to vote on. If you haven't done so already, go over to our poll on Twitter at bodyslam_pod, and you can vote for the 4 options that we have available. I believe we have 1998, 2000, 1989, and 1990. So those are the 4 that are up for this week. We'll close that out either Wednesday night or I believe possibly Thursday morning. So make sure you get that in early this week. We still have a few matches to go tonight, but definitely looking forward to a lot of other watch-alongs that we're doing. One that we've already have in the books is a request fan pick'em by listener Nick Opalewski, who picked Superstars May 8th of 1993. So again, early 90s, that's WWF. That's going to be available for download possibly tonight. If not tonight, then definitely by tomorrow on Monday. So you definitely have a lot to look forward to as far as watch along content that we have coming up. And if you have any request picks coming up, especially for anything seasonal, anything that's Halloween related, or a little bit down the line, anything that's Survivor Series related, please reach out to us. Let us know, because we love fan interaction with anybody that takes the time to listen to our content. We would love to love to do watch alongs based around what you want to hear. We're still in rest holds here. Chono was able to reverse it, but damn, this match is just molasses right now. And I'm a big fan of like telling a story in the ring, but there doesn't really even seem to be a whole lot of psychology to what I'm watching. Maybe I'm not paying close enough attention, or maybe I'm missing something without listening to the audio. But you got Harley Race in the ring. You got two legends who can do a whole lot in the ring, and we're like 5-10 minutes in, and we're kind of just still feeling each other out on the mat. Oh my God, we're 15 minutes in, they just said. So there you go. 15-minute match, and we're still in rest holds. And this is like a title match. This isn't even well, I guess maybe as far as the card goes, maybe it's a supposedly like a come down match, but this is supposedly the NWA World Title match. Honestly, this whole card so far has been lacking for me. I don't know. I think of all the watch-alongs that we've done for Halloween Havoc so far, I mean, you can go back and listen to 1992 we've done, 1996. Oh no, this is 92. I'm sorry. We've done one so far. We've done 1996, and I think 96 takes the cake. I mean, incomparable compared to this one. This is a little bit of a snore fest so far for me. I'm enjoying parts of it, but I don't know. All in all, I think 96 is a hell of a card, and this has been kind of. I feel bad for the people in the audience. It's been a hell of a lot of times where you can just go up and get a drink.
Fuck.
Oh, well, in case you couldn't guess, Cass is back.
Well, Braves just threw a home run. Oh, he flung the bat too. God damn it.
Right.
Who was this kid? He's batting lefty. Oh god damn, he hit a bomb, dude.
Give me an actual second. I'm actually going to go to the bathroom. I'm not going to hold it.
I ended up taking a piss, and I actually ended up having to take a nervous shit, and then I come back to a home run. So we're down 3-4 now. Anyway, this match is still going on. I don't know what kind of bullshit Dom talked about while I was gone. But we got a nice headlock locked in here by Rick Rude. Man, I wish I had a good Rick Rude story, but I don't. Harley Race, though, really filling out that referee shirt with the really nice. He's looking kind of like round. It looks like an egg right here. Very egg shaped. Yeah, Chono throwing some elbows. Ooh, Rick Rude with the shot in the throat. That's some good bad guy stuff right there. Just punch somebody in the throat. That's how you do it. Sleeper hold. There's a lot of rest holds in this match. I've noticed that real quick, which surprises me because these guys could both go real. I don't expect anybody being blown up, so I don't know why we're working like that. But whatevs. Man, I feel like I didn't miss anything while I was gone. It feels like it's been the same thing, just rest holds. Ooh, pumpkin on the knee, though. I do like that. Front row looks bored with this, too. Fuck, all right. Well, Braves got out of the inning, but we gave up the lead. Bellinger hit a home run. Fuck. That's not good. Going to the top of the 8th, down 1. We're going to lose this and not go to the World Series. That's what's going to happen. I do like what's going on in the crowd. It's Philly, so I bet people are fighting, or somebody's getting ejected for being drunk, probably. If I had to guess. Everybody's laughing, so somebody's got to be getting tossed. Oh, I really want to know. We should ask Mikey Ripwick how it happened. The Japanese media there. Oh, God, look at that guy in the clowns. Fuck me. What is that in the background? That is absolutely horrifying. What the shit? Who is that guy? That was some Halloween shit in the background. That was solid. That guy was nightmare fuel. Everybody's still watching something going on up in the crowd. Maybe the NWO's making their way down. Looks like they've gotten rid of the guy. Whatever. Everybody's paying attention to the match, kind of now. Kind of. There's been a fucking 6-minute headlock, though. This is bad. Another punch to the throat. Throw another headlock on for good luck, man. No? Are we going to go up top? I didn't think the top was allowed. Well, you went off the top, so top rope must be in place still, I guess. Was that a drop kick? I don't really know who got hurt on that one. I think Rick Rude. Oh, Harley Race got hurt on that one. The top rope is in play because Rick Rude just threw a weird drop kick off the top.
Do you think it's only in play because it's a guest referee? So it's like ref's discretion?
I don't think so. But I will say this. There was a fight or something, and there's a throw over the top, so that should have been disqualification as well.
Harley's taking bumps.
Both referees are out.
Is that Reggie White? Oh, no, that's just a white guy in a Reggie White jersey. Never mind.
Racist as hell.
Is it?
I don't know. Reggie White. He, are we going to do a rude awakening? Yep.
Boom.
No ref.
But the ref's out.
Yeah, both refs are down. Even Kensuke Sasaki. So there was a fight in the crowd while you were gone, and everybody in the front, but on the hard camera side, was looking towards the Mikey Whipwreck area to the left, so nobody was watching the match. But there was – how long were you gone for? Because there was a headlock the entire time.
I might have been gone for a minute because I was talking to my roommate when I went downstairs to get my
– I swear to God, it was like 6 minutes of headlock and sleeper hold the whole time you were fucking gone.
No, I took a piss, and then I went down. I filled up my iced tea again, and I was talking to my roommate for a split second while I was there. Yeah. So it might have been a minute. Dude, but exactly. It was the same thing when you were away. I felt bad because my commentary sucked, but I was literally just talking about how this whole match has been a bore fest, and it's just been 15 minutes of rest holds.
Did Rick Rude just tap out to the STF?
If he did, I missed. Yep.
Yeah, he just tapped out. But Harley's throwing it out because something else, because he got thrown over the top rope or something. Harley Race is awarding it to Rude because of being thrown over the top rope, right? Isn't that what he's symboling with his hands here?
I'm trying to read the closed captioning, and
they're saying over the top rope. So he's doing very animated over the top rope. Gary Capetta is the most dangerous announcer in wrestling is about to fill us in on what's happening.
Chono disqualified for throwing Rick Rude over the top. Yeah.
Chono's mad about something. Remember when Chono led the NWO Japan?
Winner of the match is a result of disqualification, ravishing Rick Rude. But
Does
so
the
that means
belt
the
change
title doesn't
hands?
change. Well, let's see. Maybe under these old school rules it does. Nope, it says Chono's retaining the title. Oh, but now the refs are. Oh, Harley's getting into it.
Kensuke Sasaki.
Oh, and Sasaki gives him a very nice power bomb. Damn, he looks like
Sasaki was a heater, bro. Sasaki could go. What are you talking about? He was young at this point.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's going to have a WCW tag title situation here soon.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you're not kidding.
Dude, he was doing the Power Warriors. We just talked about him doing the Power Warriors right now. Remember?
I honestly, I thought that was earlier when you were talking about that. I thought it was.
No, this is like right now, like at this time. Like when he goes back to Japan, that's what they're doing.
So then why is he a ref here?
Just because he's with Masahiro Chono, the same reason that Harley Race was a ref.
I gotcha. Just to like
even the score, because Harley Race was NWA with Rude, and Harley Race was obviously out with Rick Rude earlier, so they had Kensuke Sasaki be the like.
I get all that,
enforcer.
but I thought their enforcer was like somebody older. That's why I got confused.
No,
I didn't realize he was.
No, it was. Yeah, he was young at this point. That's the main event. No, we got the next one coming up. This is talking about Starrcade. Excuse me.
We got 2 matches left, dude.
Wait, what?
That was the NWA World Title match. Then we have the WCW World Title match.
Oh, and then spin the wheel. Okay.
And spin the wheel. Yeah, we got 2 matches left. That's why I had to get up. I was like, I don't know if I can hold it this long. I got to just get up and piss.
Braves are down 4-3. I'm stressing.
So we got – dude, I'd be down to do another watch-along for Battle Brawl. Or Battle Bowl.
Battle Bowl. 91 or 92?
I would lean on you for recommendation on that. What do you tell me?
They're both drizzling shits.
Oh, really? Never mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, WCW was really bad during this era, bro. Like that's really how that goes. I mean, it was just that time period.
Dude, this whole card. How do you feel about this card so far?
Oh, I was not happy when this one got picked. Remember, I wanted 1990. I was like, fuck.
Right.
Yeah. Because this was a rough period for WCW. This is a really rough period. Anything early, up until 90 to 94 when Hulk Hogan showed up was rough.
Here you go. Here's some Cactus Jack, though.
He's making the Barbarian strong. You ever seen Barbarian's daughter wrestle, Lady Tapa?
No, I didn't know that that's his daughter.
Yeah, Lady Tapa. You know who she is, right?
I've heard of her, but
yeah, she did Impact for a while. She's done some House of Hardcore, I think.
Oh, you know what? I might have actually seen her wrestle then, if she did a House of Hardcore.
I feel like she has. I might be wrong on that. I might be talking out my butthole, but I feel like she's done it.
That's one thing.
She was pretty big right then. At that time when we were going to House of Hardcore, she was on a pretty good indie run.
That's one thing that I really miss about just everything going back to the way life used to be. Is I miss going to House of Hardcore shows at the old ECW arena.
Yeah.
And Ring of Honor too. They would do shows there too. And Ring of Honor always puts on awesome cards in Philly.
Yeah, because that was their home base for such a long time.
Right. Not that they put on crappy cards anywhere else. I mean, I feel like anywhere they go, you get a few episodes in a taping. So
their home base is in Baltimore now, right?
Yeah.
300 pounds, the Barbarian.
Well, you know what? You know what? Their headquarters is in Baltimore, but really, I feel like their home base is wherever the Mecca Bri Johnson resides. And I believe, no, he's back in the bubble now. So I guess he's in Baltimore. But for a while, he was back home. He was back home training.
Look at this. They're giving him the Vander Holyfield lead in. Teddy Long's I
love it.
Don King. Wait, why's that white guy in that train though? No offense. There's a couple of them. What are we doing? Why are we all in suits?
Because it's a security team. Come on, man. This is the 90s. That's how security dresses. Didn't you watch The Last Dance?
I'm gonna tell you
Didn't you
right
see all
now.
Jordan security? They were even wearing the exact same jackets, dude. That
I'm
is
gonna tell you
Philly.
right
That
now.
is some prime Philly security.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna show you one guy that's not secure nothing. Hold on, he's gonna be behind all these guys. It's this little cat. This little dude right there in the back. See him? He ain't securing shit.
What the hell are you talking about? Are you kidding me? That dude is. Look at that dude's hair.
That was a woman, first of all. I was talking about the little white guy.
Oh, it was a woman.
Yeah, she ain't securing
Wait,
shit
wait. Then
either.
who are you Who are you talking about then?
The little white guy. Damn, Ron Simmons was fucking cut right here, bro.
Love Ron Simmons, dude. I'm so excited to get that. I think you talked about it earlier. That trade, that action figure trade.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
For my
I'm trying to put Farouk into the shot.
for my custom tailored stunning Steve Williams. Like I said, I shaved all the hair off and made him look angry. And I changed his name to Austin.
Farouk gonna be watching this world title match. You're in the shop. Check it out.
Nice. The sanctioned match of the evening. So we got a 60-minute time limit. Where's Warner Robins, Georgia?
For the military bases. It's
Okay.
kind of like southern, like southeastern, maybe kind of.
What are you doing over there?
I'm trying to hold Ron Simmons up, and he keeps falling down.
I was gonna say he's making a weird noise. It sounds like you're just farting into the mic.
It's just putting Ron Simmons down. He's out of play. God damn it! Watching fucking the Braves choke at the same time.
That's fine. I'll just focus on the championship match going on in the ring that we're recording on. Dude, you're right, though.
I think Barbarian lives in North Carolina.
Oh, that's cool. I'll tell you what, though. You're right. Ron Simmons looks jacked. We haven't talked enough about how probably my favorite wrestler of all time, Mick Foley, in his best iteration, Cactus Jack, is at ringside.
Yeah, this is before he lost his fucking ear and his tooth and shit. He loses his ear and gets amnesia next year in that Vader feud.
Was that in 90? Oh, wait. Yeah. What was it? December of 93 when that happened? Or was that 94?
Well, he wrestled. It's Vader and Cactus Jack at Halloween Havoc next year in the Spin the Wheel Make the Deal match.
But where he lost
93.
Where he lost the ear was in a match in Germany, right?
Yeah. So it was in that program, though. So it was along that same time.
Okay.
It was just at a house show in Germany.
Yeah. Oh, poor Cactus. I wish I could have gone back in time and warned him. Is that me?
He's all right. Vader's eye fell out in that match with Stan Hansen.
Check it out. It's probably hard to see with the lights.
Oh, you got his eye? Do you have Vader's eye?
I have. This is probably my favorite. One of my favorites, Mick Foley.
Oh, nice.
In Mankind.
I was hoping you had a figure of Vader's eyeball.
I have him sitting on top of the ladder here.
Was Mankind known for ladder matches?
No, but he's hardcore, and he deserves a place of prominence in this display that I have.
Man, check out Barbarian, looking at all fucking. This is right after he left WWF, right? After the Warlord and him were a tag team.
See, I always thought that he was in WWF throughout. I don't even remember him leaving. So I don't know how long he was here.
He was in WCW after he left. From here on, he was in WCW. Faces of Fear were the 90s tag, like the entire 90s. Like here in a couple years, him and me can get together and run out that WCW run pretty much together until Barbarian gets hurt and can't wrestle anymore.
Well, but that's what I mean. I don't know why, but I always thought that his run in WCW started later than that.
Well, we're in 92, so I think he's been here most of this year.
That's what I mean. I thought that he was in WWF until like 94.
Oh, yeah. No.
So I was way off. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I was clearly wrong. So I want to go by what I was assuming.
What's the Warlord doing at this point?
Oh, I don't know.
He ain't going to the pay window. Pay window.
Pay
window.
Who's the ref at this match? He looks so out of place.
Nick Patrick, bro.
No, that's the same
How do
guy
you
from
not
earlier?
know Nick Patrick when you see him? What is it with you? Do you not know who Nick Patrick? I just don't think you know who Nick Patrick is. I think that's what it is. You're just like, who? You must not have the same person in your mind as Nick Patrick.
Fat Asian lady, right?
Yeah, that's him. Looks like a fat Asian lady. It's exactly what he looks like. See him?
Nah, it's. Oh man, I don't know because you literally already did this with me tonight earlier in this card, so I don't know
You're
why.
like, who's that guy? And I'm like, dude. So that's what I'm saying. I still don't think you know who Nick Patrick is. It's gonna happen again in the next match. Like, who's this guy? I'm like, God damn it. Is it bad that I know like all these WCW referees' names? Like, I know the other guy, not Pee Wee Anderson, not Nick Patrick, the other guy, Mike Atkins.
That's did Mike Atkins stay on with WWF? Because I feel like that name sounds familiar.
No, he's gone with WCW by the end of them. He's. I don't think he's there at the end of WCW run.
I don't know. Look at
like Slick
Warlords.
Johnson was in by that point, and the bigger guy.
Dude, take notice of when they zoom in on Warlord's forehead because you can see all of just the divots in his forehead from the paint. Just all the times that he probably had bladed or cut himself.
Back when like working house shows and shit, when he would actually gig,
right.
When he was like a real star before he got like, when he was like the biggest draw on the show before he got signed to WWF and was just an undercard attraction.
Well, when he signed to WWF, he probably didn't have to keep blading every night, but
no, he probably didn't do it until he was working house shows.
Yeah.
But
yeah, dude, the paint when they zoom in on it, the paint shows just how severe those divots are and how many of them there are.
I like the paint though.
Yeah, it's wild though. Like him, he's got like Abdullah the Butcher-esque forehead divots.
Very
see him.
Jack of him, huh? Dusty Rhodes' forehead looked like fucking ground beef.
That's true. Dusty too. His always look like disgusting like that.
It looked like fucking ground beef, man. Like literally, like just like fucking meat. So's New Jack. New Jack's got that head.
Dusty would have been a cool person to meet. You ever get to meet him?
I was a child, so it didn't really, I don't really, it was just like, how you doing there, little one? Let me find something for you.
That's cool, though, at least. You got that.
Yeah, it was probably around this time period, too.
Okay. Did he sign something for you?
Yeah, like my ticket or program or whatever I had at the WCW show. It was like a Nitro or something.
Still got it?
I don't know where it went, man. I was looking for it, dude. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of my stuff I'm still finding piece by piece. Like I found that Sid Vicious figure the other day that I don't know why I wasn't with the rest of them, but like little things like that just keep like randomly showing up. But I haven't seen that. I don't even know where it would be, like where to even start to look. Like if it's not there by now, I don't know. I feel like my headset just shut it off. Is it still going?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Okay, You're good.
It just clicked on mine, and I was like, oh, fuck, I think it just batteries went dead or something.
Here we go, the roll up.
Another sunset flip, huh?
Yeah.
Are we off a little bit?
We might be because I accidentally tapped the pause button.
I am at 2 minutes, 23 seconds, and 10. Or 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 12 seconds, 14, 15.
Yeah,
16.
I'm 2 seconds behind you now.
Okay.
But it's too minuscule of a time at this point to try to sync it up. So
that's very amateur hour of you, sir.
I know. Or at the same time, it could just be that. No, because I'm 2 seconds behind. Never mind. Yes, it's amateur hour.
It's pretty easy to figure this out. It's simple math. I don't know, it might just be this. No, dude, numbers are numbers. Numbers are like it might be something else.
I got two arguments here. One, I can't stress to you enough how tired I am. But also, I've never been good with numbers. It's why I chose a path. It's why I chose the path of law school, because I've always avoided math and science as a career path.
I like how at first we're like, you realize that, I'm off 2 seconds, and you like tried to figure it out, like, no, it might be something else. Like, No, we just
Oh no,
visually figured out that it's off of the
no,
time is off.
that wasn't what was confusing me. I was trying to make a joke that I'm just so far ahead of my time, but I was like, wait, no, I'm not ahead. I'm behind.
Yeah, that bathroom break set you out, right?
So you keep making it sound like I'm just gonna go off and like just smoke like you do.
No, dude, I was saying that like it got you behind 2 seconds.
Dude, this happened a while ago, actually.
Oh,
Yeah. It had nothing to do with me getting up and leaving. It was like I was actually trying to answer a text and I was trying to instead of on my iPhone, instead of like tapping off to bring the other screen up, I accidentally tapped at the bottom of the screen that it was and I was like, "Oh no."
nope. Oops.
But I'm going to hype myself up cuz that happened a long time ago. I think that happened during like the tag match, the Austin
So
tag
we've
match.
not gotten to we haven't had any buffers or anything to slow us down like we did the other night during this original. This is the second go round of this too, by the way. I don't know if we've mentioned that yet.
Yeah. We basically
We watched those first two matches twice.
Well, we didn't get that far in.
God, if we had gotten to Rick Rude and that shit happened.
No, dude, we were like we were 4 or 5 minutes in, and by the time we started recording and then had to stop it and start it again, it was like 1 a.m. I was like, I cannot do a 3-hour show at 1. And in retrospect, I'm glad we didn't because this.
How mad would you have been by this point of that night?
I would have been asleep. You actually, I would have been fine. You would have been mad because we would have gotten about an hour and a half through it, and then I would have literally fallen asleep on screen. And you know me well enough to know that that would happen.
Yeah. Mookie Betts us at a double. I'm not.
Nice.
What?
Sorry, I forgot. But I do like Mookie Betts as a player, though. I'm not gonna lie. You can hate on me, though. I'm not happy about it happening in this situation against your Braves. Because I would like to see the Braves get there, but
So would Ron Simmons.
True. I love Ron Simmons, dude. I got to meet him at my first WrestleMania.
We met him at Starcast, didn't we?
No, I didn't meet him.
Oh, you didn't do that? You didn't talk to him when I was talking to him?
I don't think so. No.
Why not?
I'm not sure.
What were you doing while I was talking to him?
When did you? Yeah, I don't know. When were you talking to him?
The day that he did the panel, the day that we were in that main room.
I don't know why I wouldn't have been. Did you walk up to him and talk him?
Yeah, he was just hanging out like off to the side over there.
I really don't know. Maybe I guess I got it separated from because I did get separated from you.
Because everybody was sitting around doing their they had their sections where they were doing their panels and stuff, or doing their meet and greets, and they had their booth and shit. And he had his spot.
Yeah, I don't know. But I did get to go up and do a meet and greet because the first WrestleMania I went to in Dallas, we went to the WrestleMania Access. And he was
Barbarian trying to do here. Oh, Ron's going to help him. He's going to roll to him. Well, there we go. Oh,
it's
he
still
was
too far for him.
A little shallow.
Oh, it's all right. He got the headbutt in. He got it there. If that's how this ends, though, that's a lot. Nice. All right, Ronald. He probably hates me for calling him Ronald.
Check out Cactus Jack's bangs.
I keep waiting for Cactus to get more involved, to be honest. Oh, but anyway, so I met Ron Simmons. He was at a booth with $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. So I got to meet both of them together. It was cool.
What was the price? Everybody's got a price.
I don't even think, you know, man, I think we just talk like Christianity.
No, I made a bad joke.
I got
over.
the joke.
Ron Simmons with the win.
Nah, that was a 2 count. Oh, no, that was a 3. It looked like a 2 count. Okay. I'll take it. Sorry, Cactus. I still love you. But you backed the wrong horse here, man. You backed the wrong horse.
Cactus is mad.
Cactus is probably just mad to be in WCW at this point.
No, he likes money.
Well, how long was he in WCW at this point?
Another year at least, because he main events the next Halloween Havoc.
Oh my God, yeah, you're right. So he would be in for a whole another year.
Yeah.
But no, wasn't he like Wasn't he disgruntled when he was there too, or was
Everybody
it
was disgruntled during the Watts. Hey, check it out.
No, I know everybody. Oh, what up, Kitty?
He's about to show you what up.
Unbelievable. Nope, I'm not looking. I'm refraining from my.
He's gone. You're good.
Trying to think of what I'm going to put on the line. I'm going to send you my my TV guide signed by The Rock.
What?
No, yeah, right. I don't love you that much.
Cat buddy. I wonder what they're talking about. They switched sides. I wonder why.
Yeah, right. Oh, I guess because they're going to interview.
Eric Watts.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, he's like, remember when I played quarterback at Louisville? And now I'm trying to wrestle like my daddy. I'm from Oklahoma.
I don't. How long was Eric Watts wrestling?
He wrestled in TNA too, by the way, when Impact first opened up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he wrestled through after this. After he leaves WCW, he goes and wrestles some like independents and shit for a while.
I love your cat.
He's just gonna go start knocking shit over here in a second. Watch him.
I don't even care about what's going on. Oh, it's a champ.
But someone's gonna come out here and talk shit.
Aw, dude, give your cat some attention. He wants some love.
Yeah, he does. He just wants to hang.
Right? That's all he wants. He just wants the head scratches.
Oh, he's a cat buddy. He likes to chill. He chills with me. We hang out pretty often.
I want a cat here so bad.
I'm not a real cat guy, but I like this guy.
I feel like if you own a cat, you're a cat guy.
No, because I won't have another cat after this cat.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I got this cat for my fiance when I had a fiance, and then she wanted a cat, and I was like, ah, damn it, I don't want a fucking cat. I was like, you're gonna take care of it, you're gonna change his litter box and shit, and she was like, yes, of course, man. Guess what she didn't do? Right. Change his litter box and shit. So he was about to get the boot because I was tired of it. You know what I mean? Like, couldn't stand the smell of the litter box. Couldn't stand the fucking
dude. Litter boxes don't smell as long as you stay on top of it once or twice a week.
That's why I don't like cats, because I don't like having to fucking pick up shit and piss constantly. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't do cats. So that was going to be her gimmick, and she was going to do it, but no, didn't happen like that. So he and I had a discussion one day because I came home, and he was like, I saw him outside in the yard pissing. And I'm like, why are you doing peeing in the yard if I have a fucking litter box for you? You know, like, I'm just going to take your litter box away and you just go pee in the fucking yard like you're doing right now.
Right. So we got the main event of the evening going on here. And
coal miner's glove.
And they showed a zoom in on the coal miner's glove, and it looked like there was some kind of wire wrapped around it. So that's part of it too. So it adds to the gimmick of it just being like a really stiff. You ever see that episode of The Simpsons when Moe trains Homer to be a professional boxer, and he goes up against Frederick Tatum?
We call this the stinger.
The stinger.
The stinger.
They don't let you use that no more.
No.
Oh yeah, back in the day, I went by Kid Gorgeous, then Kid Handsome, then Kid Presentable, then Kid Gruesome, then
look at that mustache! Holy shit!
Kid Mo.
You ever been to Stone Mountain, Georgia?
Sorry, I was just going to finish my joke regardless of what you were saying.
You ever been to Stone Mountain, Georgia?
I have not been to Stone Mountain, Georgia.
I have.
Are there a lot of stones in them mountains?
You don't know what it is? It's in Georgia, south of Atlanta. So, like, where it's flat as fuck, right? No mountains. There's this mountain in the middle of nowhere that's just a huge fucking rock. Like, the whole side of it's just one huge rock face.
Huh.
Like, it's just like a big, it's like a half circle of a fucking rock just sitting. A perfect, like, round mountain lump of a rock just out in the middle of nowhere.
How tall is it?
Huge.
That isn't very descriptive. How tall is it?
I can Google it and let you know, but there's a gondola you have to take to the fucking top of it. And they do
That's lasers. What I mean. Is it like 10 feet huge, or is it like
hundreds of feet?
Hike up of it. Okay.
Like you can't hike up of it. You have to take a gondola to the top.
Right, but it's
and then you get up top, and they've got like fenced off where you can't get too far down on it, but you can kind of walk around on the top of the rock. And like on the front, like on the whole front of it's like this chiseled in like depiction of a Civil War general and shit on the front of the mountain.
That's
And
pretty cool.
they do like laser shows and shit in the summer and fireworks and shit like every Friday and Saturday night on the mountain.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to take it down if it's Southern Civil War generals. I wonder if that that monument's on the chopping block.
You can't take it down. You got to chip it out.
That's what I mean.
But once you do that, like it's fucking done. You can't do anything else with it.
It's just history.
Yeah.
I'm not taking sides. I'm just making jokes. Oh, look at Jake, dude. I'm excited for the competitors in this. I'm excited to see a Sting match in the early '90s, and I'm excited to see a Jake the Snake match in the early '90s. So
this is right before Jake like really started having issues. Like he was having issues already, but he was really about to have some issues.
But like regardless of the gimmick that we ended up with, I'm really excited to just see the match happen. Although, actually, no, you know what? I take that back because I feel like so much of the match itself is diminished by both of them just trying to and failing to race up and grab it from the pole. Jake tells such a good story in the ring, and so does Sting. But like, I feel like Jake is one that generations after study as far as ring psychology. And a match like this, a gimmick like this, like it takes so much of the psychology out of it. It's just racing to the top, racing to a glove, and then using that glove that's the gimmick. You know what I mean?
Do you win as soon as you use it, or do you have to use it to win?
No, I don't think either. I think it's just the first person to grab it is then allowed to use it. But in matches of this caliber,
what's going to happen?
I've seen one person grab it, use it, and then like drop it, and then the other person picks it up and uses it. So
I was going to say something like that's going to happen. They're like somebody's going to go to kid it, and they're going to drop it, and the other guy's going to catch it, then use it on them.
Like I feel like the ref should only allow the first person to take it off the pole to be the one to be able to use it. That
referee, not Nick Patrick. That's Mike Atkins.
Yeah, obviously. Well, you don't know Mike Atkins? Hey, kitty. What's up, little kitty? Hey, buddy.
No.
Like, you can hear me.
Have I told you my Jake Roberts story?
Nah, but everybody should go to YouTube so they can see Cass's awesome cat right now.
We're not going to the World Series.
That's a shame.
I'm so goddamn mad right now. I'm going to punch my cat. I'm so mad.
If you punch your cat, I swear to God, I will drop this podcast. Dude, don't even scare me.
I'm not even close to him. It's just the angle. Like, it just looks like it, dude. I'm literally like.
I don't care. You're making him jump. You better pet him. Give him some.
Dude, I'm not even close to him.
Give him some chin scratches. Give that cat some chin scratches right now. Make him feel loved. Good.
Anyway, so my Jake Roberts story.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know how, like, you see Beyond the Ring, right? Or Beyond the Mat, right?
Uh-huh.
You know how, like...
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't that a disqualification? Oh, no, there's no disqualification here. This is not sanctioned.
Yeah. Do you know how the Jake Roberts story goes in that movie, right?
Vaguely. It's been a while since I watched it.
Jake gets all cracked out, and the promoter's like, Jake wouldn't work for me unless I found us some crack.
Oh, right.
Fucking same thing when he came here to Waynesville. But there's a lot of like, this story has a wild ending. So, you know, my buddy, this promoter, has the same thing, says to me, and I'm like, no, I mean,
Sting's
can
going
I
up
find
the pole?
it, or will I find it? And, you know, those are two different things. And I was like, I'm not doing it, but let me know what happens.
Right.
So I guess
good
he found it.
Good job, Cass. Good
job.
Oh, that cat is so cute. He's just posing at the camera for a while.
So I was like, let me know how that works. But I guess the show went on.
Mm-hmm.
But the main event that night was Jake Roberts and the top heel in the company, my buddy this other guy I know, his name is Ken, but he wrestles now as Kenji Bria. He's an Asian guy.
Mm-hmm.
And the other side of the match was the owner of the company, the promoter, of course, this guy I went to high school with, who was putting himself in the main event. I'm not going to put him over. And Ricky Morton.
Okay.
Right? So it's at the National Guard Armory. And Jake comes out with the bad guys first, and Jake's barely fucking able to stand. He's wearing like a t-shirt and sweatpants and like fucked up, like drunk as shit. Like he cuts a promo before the match.
Oh, is this one of the ones that went viral?
Yeah, he cut a promo before the match. Barely could hear him talking before the match, right? During the match, we're going to get to during the match when that happens. So Jake comes out, cuts his promo. It's bad. Can barely understand what he's saying. And then here comes Ricky Morton to save the day, right? So they like are at the National Guard, so they're gonna have Ricky Morton make his entrance from outside of the National Guard Armory through the like doors they've rolled up now in a Humvee, right? And Ricky's gonna be in the back of the Humvee with the cannon, the gun that's on at the top, like the gun, the whatever caliber gun cannon that's on the back of the Humvee. So Ricky's got that. He's on the back of that. They wheel into the fucking armory, park behind everybody, you know, and Ricky just starts blasting off rounds. And there's, I guess it's blanks in it. So it's like just firing rounds into the fucking armory, right? That's going to be a good idea. That's going to be a good idea, but it's blanks, right? But what's happening is it's shooting just steering hot rounds into the crowd, right? They're just flying.
I was going to say, blanks aren't nothing. Blanks are still things being shot.
The shell is scorching hot. It's flying into the crowd. Right. And sitting front row with across from us, like, because I'm sitting like right here with my buddies in the front row, and sitting over here in this side of the ring, front row is, wait, I'm going to do it this way. Anyway, it's like this. You know, we're on one side, they're on the other. And Ricky kind of pulled up in the corner between us and is shooting kind of like just spraying it this way, just like spraying everybody with these shells. Right. And the special needs kid that I went to high school with, this guy Kyle with a big, thick, like Jake Roberts mustache, is just like chilling, you know, just like hanging out in the front row. And I guess his handler, the lady that was taking care of, because he is like super special needs, was sitting next to him, and she gets hit in the fucking forehead with one of these shells and is now just pouring blood. Ooh. So he thinks she's shot because he doesn't realize it's blanks. So he's flipping the fuck out, thinking that this woman just got shot in the face, and he's crying and losing his mind. They're not stopping. It's like, but they're attending to this woman while she's bleeding. And I like literally had one go in my shoe and like burned a hole in my foot through my sock. I'm like, fuck, and I couldn't get out of my shoe. Like, we're all just getting peppered with these shells. Eventually it stops. We're like, oh, cool. They stopped it because
thank God Ricky Morton stopped shooting at us.
This woman's bleeding. Like, oh, good, they stopped shooting. No, what happened? The gun jams. So that's all that happens. So they're attending to the woman, and so we're like,
he unintentionally stopped firing upon the crowd.
Unintentionally stopped firing. Now what they do is they're attending to the woman, but now we've got people working on the cannon too. So once they fix the cannon, you'd think that like they were alerted that like, hey, this woman's bleeding, and everybody's freaking out in the front row. Nope, round two.
Oh my God!
Just peppering people again with fucking shells, right? Just like eating us up, dude. We're all getting burned. Like, they're landing in our laps, like burning our legs, and just like, fuck.
Nobody's telling him to stop. Like, are people like trying to communicate to him?
Stop, fuck! We're just getting eaten up by shells. So
is it that he can't? Is it that he can't hear? Or he can't understand?
Yeah, because he can't hear anyway. You know what I mean? And it's loud. Like, it's ridiculous. So eventually the match happens. Like,
dude, Sting is getting choked up in this.
Yeah. Match happens. Of course, Jake's struggling during the match. He gets in there, can barely throw two short arm clotheslines, can't really throw the DDT at all. Like, it's bad. Can't make the cover. The guys has to like make him get the cover. Jake wins, you know what I mean, or whatever. I think like he goes over. No, I think Jake loses, but he can't even like go to make the cover. I think they do a weird finish or whatever. But then he cuts his promo afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, I'm retiring. This is my farewell match. You know. But then he wrestles like for the rest of the year. He's doing this at like every show, just being like a disgrace and like trying to do his fucking promo at the end. This is before he got all that help, you know?
Yeah.
But it was real embarrassing. But after the show, I'm talking to Ricky about it, about everything. And he's just like, oh my God, just like apologizing for everything that happened. And then out of nowhere, he's like, do you know Chase? I'm like, what? Who? He's like, my man Chase. You know my man Chase? I'm like, Ricky, why would I know your man Chase? Like, I have no, you know what I mean? Like, who are you talking about? You know, like, what are you talking about? He's like, come to the school tomorrow. I'm like, again, what are you talking about? And he's like, I'll be at the show tomorrow at 3 there in Waynesville. And I'm like, oh yeah, I was going to wonder if you're going to be there. And he's like, yeah, we run a school during the day. He's like, I want you to meet my buddy, my guy Chase, my protege, Chase Owens. That's the first time I met Chase Owens, is the next day from the Ricky Morton, Jake Roberts fucking gunfire debacle. Was my introduction to Chase, and now Chase and I got to be good friends after that. So that's the ending of the story, but it starts out wildly. But yeah.
I was going to say, sounds like you made it up to you now that you're Bullet Club affiliated.
Yeah, we're good now, but
I guess you're technically honorary Bullet Club. I'm Bullet Club affiliated because of you, because of Ricky Morton, because of Chase Owens.
Yeah, it's all cyclical, man. It all ties in. So
you're the Kevin Bacon of professional wrestling. You understand that?
Yeah. It's like 7 degrees of how the fuck do you know Cassidy?
But Dude, they're still going for this
he
match.
just did the Chris Jericho not twisting elbow, but it was a half Judas. Oh, look at Sting. What the fuck was that? Oh, whoa.
Dude, I thought for a split second he was going to
miss, right?
Off.
And just go wild and just land in the front row.
Yup. Oh, Cactus! It's Cactus!
He's got the snake. No, he's got the thumbtacks, I think.
Nah, dude. Jake just slipped Jake just
on
the glove.
Oh, it's a Cobra too, isn't it? He had to put the glove on because that's a Cobra.
Yeah.
Look at that shit. That's the one that was on Randy, right?
I believe
Randy Savage got the Cobra on him?
so, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Oh, it's on Jake's neck, but he's putting it on his own neck, trying to. It's not really on his neck. It's supposed to bite his neck, but it won't, so Jake's putting it on his neck. It was an attempted Randy Savage spot with Jake having it backfire on him because I bet Sting was like, fuck that, I'm not having that snake bite me. But Sting got the coal miner's glove. It might be on him now. Oh. Or is he just holding it there still, you think? I can't tell. You think it's really on him?
I don't know, man. If not,
oh yeah, it's chewing on his face now.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. He had to force it. He had to force it on there, and he's holding it pretty rough. But PETA would not like Halloween Havoc 1992, huh?
Oh my god!
That snake does not look like it's in good spot right now.
Yeah, poor
it's upside
snake.
down. It's upside down on the ground in his hand.
Jake's probably like pinching down on it so hard right now.
Yeah, because it definitely was gnawed on his face.
I can't stand snakes, and I feel bad for this snake.
Yeah, I don't like snakes at all, and I can't believe I was watching that fucking ceremony on accident.
Oh my god! What an ending! So back to Sting, the winner of the match.
Yeah, I don't know how he won. Did he win by bite, pin up, roll up, or did he even need the gold miner's glove to win the match? I think is what happened. He didn't.
I know, right? He grabbed the glove, and it was like simultaneously he hit him with the glove as
Jake
put this snake onto his neck. And
even JR is confused. Whoa.
They're cutting back to Tony and Bruno. So, like,
I don't know. That was an interesting finish. Huh?
Yeah,
the wheels fell off that match at the end, huh? I knew it wasn't good. I remembered it being bad. I didn't remember it being that, though.
They got 3 minutes left. Kind of weird that this is how it ends, is them talking about it.
That's how all WCW pay-per-views ended, with them talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Back in the 90s. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
They would always cut to the end and have them like talk about what they've seen for the night and push the next pay-per-view. They're going to be like, "You will see it. The next time you'll see us will be Starrcade, folks. It'll be coming from the whatever." It's the Omni next one. It'll be the Omni in Atlanta for '92, I think.
Well, guys, we're sorry. Sorry.
No, that's all right. My Braves. Oh man, I'm sorry about.
I wasn't apologizing. Yeah, you should apologize. I wasn't apologizing to you. I was apologizing on behalf of you and
I thought you were apologizing for my Braves.
No, I was apologizing to the fans for this being what we ended up going with. I really wanted to see Nikita and Vader, which we got to see. I liked it.
That was disappointing, though. That was a little stiff. I was a little confused by that match. I don't know what happened on that one a bunch, but man, you know how much better of a mood I would have been at the end if the Braves had won that instead of coughing it up and choking. We were up 3-1, man. We lost 4-3 in the series.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Oh, it's called being an Atlanta fan. That's what happens to us.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know if it's, they got osmosis, like choking by osmosis through the Falcons.
I'm not seasoned to it yet. Like, you'd think by now that like I'd be used to the Braves losing in Game 7s, but.
Oh. So, what did you think of this card?
I feel the same way about it as I did in 1993, I think, or 92, I think, where I was just like, that was a card, you know. I was real disappointed with that Rick Rude Masahiro Chono match.
I agree.
I don't remember that match, and I was expecting it to be like a good fucking match.
Same.
Dude, there was out of the 22 minutes, there was 18 minutes of fucking headlocks. It felt like.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
And those two should go. Like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah, I like seeing a young Stone Cold doing some more aerial moves than we're used to seeing in
When was the
most
last
of
time you
his.
saw credits in a pay per view like this, though?
I know, right?
Isn't that good? Look at the graphics in the background, the creepy purple fucking lightning and the clouds. That's how you know it's.
Taker-esque.
That's how you know it's scary, man.
But
Well,
other
we
than
coming up. The next one they're going to be doing is Atlanta for Starrcade '92, the Battle Bowl. You want to do that one? I'm all about it. But if you like, it's going to be a lot of this because.
yeah, now the next one that we're doing is going to be one of 4 Halloween Havocs that are up on the poll right now, and you can check it out on Twitter. Again, you can follow us at bodyslam_pod. Check us out also at bodyslamnet, and you can follow along and vote for the next week's Halloween Havoc that we do our next watch along for. The 4 available options are 1998, 2000, 1989, and 1990. So you have the first 2 years of Halloween Havoc available, and you also have 2 of the last 3 years available.
Yeah.
So uh, kind of doing the beginning and the end for week 3 of 4. Also, we love to get viewer feedback. So if you have any that you haven't heard as being an option yet, or any that maybe came up short in previous polls, and you want to see back on the block for week 4, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, or any other suggestions you might like us to do. Like our man Nick did, like the other night when we did that one Superstars that we're going to have dropping soon. So yeah, anything else, man, just find us, talk to us. We love talking to you guys, you know.
But thanks for listening, guys. This has been another great watch along with myself, Dom Malin, and the owner / Hefe of Body Slam Net, Mr. Cassidy Haynes.
TBS 605 shirt we didn't talk about. Look at that.
You want to take it out with our award-winning
outro? You want to cue up the band? You want to cue the band? Hang on. I'm ready.
Slap it at bass, baby. Podcast with Cass and Dom. The push.